Okay. It stuck that in there for some reason. Yeah.
Hey everybody, and we are live. Hope you're all doing well. Glad you could make it. It's good to be back. Haven't been here in a while, so just thank you for everybody for your prayers and support and stuff, and really appreciate everybody. And now we've got Echo. Thanks, Luca. Hey, Luca.
Appreciate that, dude. You echo. You got to get YouTube, dude. Mute it.
What?
Anyway, good to see you guys. We are joined by Michael, Roger, PJ, and Zaluka. How you guys doing?
Oh, it's
Done.
It's good. It's good.
Hopefully that's better. Is that better?
Yeah, it's much better. Thank you very much.
Alright.
So tonight is QnA evening, guys. So there's no actual topic. It's just QnA. Anybody can, say what they want, ask what they want, but please do it in reason, though. Don't ask really idiotic personal questions that you definitely know you're going to get the shaft for. You know what I mean? But otherwise, we're just going to have a discussion. So if anybody does have questions, you can either tag us or send a super chat or come in and talk to us. We'll be more than happy to answer as we can. And yes, Sean Hawkins has his spanner removed because the guy is too immature to be able to understand, to communicate like a normal human being to others. So he wants to insult the whole time. His spanner's taken away, and he carried on insulting, and now he's timed out. Vicky did warn him now as well. Next time it would be a ban. So Sean Hawkins, don't say you weren't warned. Just stop being immature. Stop insulting and being rude. Simple as that.
It can't, man. It can't.
No, I've got to say, at this point, I think it's just, it just spews out of them involuntary.
Yeah, and guys, hit the likes. Please hit the likes and share the show. It also really, really does help the show to grow. Thank you.
That reminds me, I got to carry you on X. I normally do.
Oh, thank you. Oh, child's still crying. Let me see what happened. Sorry, guys.
I hear. I'm waiting on pins and needles for all these people to come in and ask questions. They never do they? Doing, dude?
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going good. I mean, what kind of noises are you making? Are you under the blankets again?
Yeah, I am.
We're still in bed. What it is?
Well, it is 4:20 a.m. So it makes sense that I'm in bed.
Well, I get some mornings I get up around 5 o'clock in the morning. Depends on when I got to work.
Oh.
Yeah. Weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's hard. Is it hard?
No, not really. Get used to it, man.
Yeah, I suppose if you get in the routine, waking up early isn't that hard. So, what kind of job do you have?
Well, right now I'm working in restaurants, so.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
What's
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing a 5 o'clock a.m. shift with this job, but I have before. I worked on an assembly line where I actually did paint work, like Flash does for a living.
Do you mean cafes or?
Well, now I work in just a regular fast food restaurant. As it is.
Oh, fast food. Got it.
Well, we have regular sandwiches and stuff.
I'm like, restaurants don't open until like 6 p.m. or late in the late afternoon or something.
The restaurant I'm going to go to now is actually open now. It's been open since 8 o'clock.
Yeah, fast food, right?
Well, I've worked in restaurants where they open at 6 o'clock a.m.
Really?
Where they serve breakfast at lunch and dinner. They do all of it. And there's some restaurants here that even stay open 24 hours. There's like 3 or 4 of them.
Wow.
Mm.
Didn't know that. I thought restaurants were late, restaurants were afternoon, cafes were morning, and fast food was all day.
In some places in England, you can have a 24-hour Greggs now.
Oh, nice. Well, we got Village Inn, Denny's, and another one called Perkins that do breakfast, lunch, and dinner all day. Yeah.
I've learned something, I guess, about the UK. Interesting.
And the U.S. too. That's the U.S. for the most part.
Oh, Okay, and the
I
US.
don't live in the UK. Michael does.
Ah,
So does,
that's where I got it from. Okay.
I found a
Okay,
video.
learned something about
I haven't watched any of it
US
yet.
news.
Not this idiot.
The guy that's a
Watch that.
Unitarian. I haven't watched any of it yet, but I just saw this title and it was really catchy. Young Trinitarians neck deep in pagan Greek theology and don't know it.
Oh, really?
He's probably talking about the Trinity.
Yeah. Can I say something before you play it? Did you know that Sir Isaac Newton was an anti-Trinitarian?
I didn't know that he
Yeah.
really bothered with anything
Yeah, he was.
spiritual.
He was. Yeah. Most of the people that are in the Royal Society of Sciences had a church they went to.
But where did you get that information from, though?
Well, I got it out of a documentary. They actually went into his real history. They dug deep enough, and they found out his philosophy. He did not agree with Trinitarianism at all. He was opposed to it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Went to Christian then.
Nope.
Anti what? Anti-Trinitarian.
Trinitarian.
Trinitarian.
In other words, he doesn't believe in the Godhead.
Oh, Trinity. Okay, I see.
But yeah, I haven't watched any of this, so let's just see what he says. But I just have to say, this guy is a total chuff nugget. There's a reason why he refuses to debate me, because anytime he brings scripture up, it's going to totally demolish him. So, but yeah, let's see what he says. Like I said, I haven't watched any of this. I just thought this is interesting. While we're waiting for people's questions to come in.
While we're on topic Trinity, I watched a good one on Humble Servants the other night.
Mm-hmm.
Quite decent.
He's Humble Servant is
They've
actually
been
a nice.
wrecking. They've been wrecking Unitarians over there.
I actually enjoy his Humble Servants channel, even though it's
I
not a
do,
very
right.
big channel. I think it's nice because they have some very good discussions on there sometimes. Very good
Yeah.
debates. So yeah, shout out to his Humble Servant.
I'm asking. I just want one more Unitarian up in here. Yeah. What's up, Metaphysics Mike? Is that the real Metaphysics Mike? No way, it's the real Metaphysics Mike. We're doing metaphysics. I know you're big into philosophy, brother. We're doing strict biblical stuff today. Okay, we made that clear. There's no way you're the real Metaphysics Mike, dude. This guy, the real Metaphysics Mike. Are we actually coming up this much to get the real?
You know, when
Wow.
you've got them little memes popping up all the time, you know these people ain't got an argument. It's so Professor Dave.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's trying to make it appealing to his audience, obviously. But I have seen this with this guy. And I've seen this with a lot of, it's the same as the Satan short seasonists and things. If an argument comes, they don't actually rebut it. They laugh or they make fun or something, and then they move on and act like it's been rebutted. You understand?
So they'll answer the question, just make fun of you in some other way.
Yes, and then
run away.
And then play as if they've answered it, which they haven't. Which is the sad thing. I've seen this. It's like crazy. I mean, I don't know if you guys watched that debate between Apostate Prophet against that one Muslim guy recently. And the Muslim guy he brings up his own Quran scriptures, and then it's not what it says. And then AP's telling him, well, let's read it, and he reads it to him and tells, but this isn't what you said. And then the guy just plays victim and starts insulting AP, saying, oh, you're a liar, and you're bad for Christians, that kind of thing. And he thinks he's like demolished him, and you're like, your own words demolished you. And that's unfortunately how it is with a lot of the Unitarians and Satan short seasonists and stuff. So it will be interesting to see if this guy actually has anything.
The biggest thing I've noticed with Unitarians are modalists. They're like denying language.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, we bring up Matthew for them, okay, when Jesus gets baptized. Because this always comes up, oh, show me once in Scripture where all three are present. It's like, okay, fine, Jesus' baptism, Matthew 23.
Well, what about Genesis 1?
Yeah, Genesis 1 John 1. But I love bringing the baptism up. And anyway, I've never ever got a rebuttal to that. They just act like it's never presented to them. And it's very clear in Matthew 23 where it's talking about Jesus gets baptized, he comes out the water. The Holy Spirit comes down as a dove. And the voice coming from heaven and the Father saying, "This is my Son who I'm well pleased." Now, even that argument I also use against the people that are claiming Jesus is the Father. You know what I mean?
Oh, that does my nothing when people say, Sergio used to say that Jesus is the Father. And
Unfortunately,
Jesus is not the Father.
No.
Why
Jesus
did
is
he pray
very
to
clear.
himself? I mean, he said, like, when the Lord's Prayer, Our Father, pray like this, Our Father.
But we can debunk
No?
that straight away, though, because when the disciples asked Jesus on the Mount of Olives, when will the end of the age be? Jesus even says himself, even he doesn't know, only the Father knows. So he's not the Father then.
I was noticing something, Flats, earlier. I was looking at some of the other videos, and these preterists actually don't like the church fathers at all, do they?
Oh, no.
Have you ever tried keeping a secret from yourself, Flats?
Why do
It's
you
hard.
think, why do you think that is, Roger?
Yeah, I wonder why. I didn't know. I know why. I can tell you
Like,
right now. I know why.
They seem to not like anything that goes against their rhetoric. Like, so if history goes against it, it's fake.
Yep.
If
Exactly.
church fathers are against it, oh, we can't use church fathers.
Mm-hmm.
Insanity.
Well, I gotta get ready for work, guys. This has been lovely. In fact, I want to send you a message in Discord later.
Sure. Okay. Blessings, man.
I got a
Enjoy
question.
work. You okay?
All
No.
right. I'll have fun. I'll be listening in between and here and there.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you too.
Cheers,
All right.
cheers, blessings.
Bye, guys. Blessings.
True for
You know
yes,
that-
Jesus is
Bye,
God.
Roger.
You know, one of the biggest things that I find for proof of Trinity is love itself.
Uh-huh.
He lacks a principle that God would have. What are you talking about?
How do we make this very clear? Jesus
you're
is
wrong.
God. He's just not the Father. He's not the Holy Spirit. Jesus is also very clear. He has to go so he can send another helper. In other words, the Holy Spirit is also not Jesus. So in other words, Jesus, the only begotten Son of God, the I Am. Okay, that means he was here before Abraham, before Isaac. He was there in the beginning, like 1 John 1:1. Okay, Jesus, the Son, the only begotten Son of God. He's God. God the Father, He's God. The Holy Spirit is God. That's the Godhead. They're all three
Wow.
God. It's called the
God,
Godhead
Jesus.
for a reason.
He said Jesus doesn't know the future. He lacks. a
No,
God
Jesus
trait,
does
therefore
know the
not God.
future.
Of course, it's one thing that the Father has kept from.
Has
He
withheld
knows. He
from
probably knows now, but he didn't know while he was here on earth. He's there with the Father now, so he probably knows now.
You must also remember when Jesus came down to earth, he was human. He became human, became flesh. He had to still wear diapers like any other human being. He still had to eat like any other human being. He still got sick like any other human being. He still pooped and peed. Come on.
No, never.
Yeah. Remember, he literally became human and showed, while he's fully human like us, he was sinless and blameless. And yet, he took all the sin and blame on him. For us.
Right.
This is the real metaphysics.
Let me just try and find a verse because it'd have to answer this verse. Let me just try and find it.
Oh, did I mute it? I did mute it. Oh, sorry.
Oh, let me get the. As long as we can sit scripture, bro, because I'm not trying to get into this whole philosophy, stuff, honestly, right now. Shout out the metaphysics
One.
might.
I'm not gonna lie, we're clickbaiting the frick out of your name. No, what? Imagine. I don't mean it like that's just.
What's up, man?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good, man. How you
Good.
doing?
How are you?
Good, good. Yeah, I figured I'd come join. Yeah, I subscribed to you, I think, a week or so ago.
Really?
I saw you
Really?
guys streaming. Yeah.
Awesome, dude.
Wow.
YouTube recommended you to me.
I wonder
Wow.
why Metaphysics Mike doesn't actually come talk to me. Very odd. Because he does answer my comments on his videos, though. He knows full out I've been telling him, hey, come, have a discussion. And I keep giving him scriptures that totally show him wrong. But yet he's been too afraid. And by the way, metaphysics, Mike, the name metaphysics debunks your claim that Jesus is God. That Jesus is the Father.
Yeah, so that verse I was on about, Hebrews 1:3.
Must I get it up?
I can read it.
Okay, read it, yeah.
Who being the brightness, talking about Jesus, of his glory and the express image of his person, and upholding all things by the word of his power, when he had by himself purged our sins, sat down on the right hand of the majesty on high. I just want to point you to the word express image. It means exact copy.
That's why he
So if
says...
he's an exact copy of God, and God can see into the future, then Jesus can see into the
Exactly.
future. So that argument
But that's also why Jesus said to his disciples, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. Because the disciples asked, well, how will we know who will see the Father? He says, well, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. Because he's an exact copy.
Jesus also totally debunks any notion that he's the Father, because he says that, and he also says no one has seen the Father.
Except him. Yeah. And he also says no one can see the Father except through him.
Exactly.
And
no
Jesus
way
also
Father
prayed
except
to the
through
Father.
Son. Yeah, no way to the Father except through the Son.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Well, if you're going through the Son, then you've already got to the Father. So that makes no sense. You know? Silly.
Yeah. And Jesus even prayed to the Father. Hence why he even asked the Father, why have you forsaken me? That's weird. So he said it to himself.
That's insanity you have to get into, though,
Oh, man.
He sends himself and all sorts of crazy.
Yeah, asks himself to send himself. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, dude,
Awesome.
that is so cool.
That's actually cool.
That is so cool, man.
Hey, you guys seemed cool. So I subbed and
So, wait a minute.
figured, yeah, maybe we could talk some.
So, is it like split then? Did he split himself into
No, he's three.
two parts?
No, three divine beings as one God. The Godhead. Let's put it this way, Luca. Do you have a mother and a father?
Yeah.
You three are one family.
Mm-hmm.
But you three different people.
Yeah.
There we go. That's God.
But
Three
how
different
did
persons
he-
as one God. One
Wait,
Godhead.
bringing it back to what you said about, oh Father, Father, why have thou forsaken me?
Mm-hmm.
You said he's speaking to himself.
No.
No,
right?
he's not speaking to himself. He's speaking
That's
to the
what
Father.
that's what you
That's
have
what
to.
they
God.
say.
That's what
Which
you have
you
to
can-
hold if you think that Jesus is the Father. You
Yeah.
have to hold
So
that
he
he's
did. So he
sending
did.
it himself. He's praying to himself.
Mm-hmm. But the thing,
Yeah.
Celsius was saying, how did Abraham see him then? Did Jesus lie? Abraham saw Jesus. Jesus was the angel Abraham saw, by the way.
Yeah.
He was I am.
So you don't think he's speaking to himself when he says.
No, that's the whole point.
No.
So who's the Father?
The Father's the
What do you mean,
Father.
the Father?
Father's in
God.
heaven.
What do you mean, who is the Father?
Father's God,
Yes.
but God
Yo,
is him.
Triple D, what's up, man?
You
See-
just said
see,
he.
Listen, look at it. If Jesus says no one's seen the Father, then who was God in the Old Testament that everybody was seeing?
Well, isn't that kind of like a contradiction then? If no one's saying the Father and everyone's saying God.
No, it's not a
The Father
contradiction
is
because
God.
How is it?
no, because the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit are all God. God is the nature.
Yes.
God and person in the same thing.
One God, three personages. It's like, how many times do I have to say this? We've had the same
It's a bit,
conversation
yeah, 100%.
before, Luca.
That's it. Well,
And here we are.
yeah, 100%, man. Well, we can get right into it. So I know a bit about you. I know that you've talked with Jay Dyer and got Logic, some big names. So what exactly are your biblical? Because I actually don't know too much about your biblical
Oh
problems.
my words! This is the answer Celsius has from one of us. Okay, so Abraham didn't see God, just Jesus. If he still doesn't get it, then I don't know. Then he's just probably trolling.
John 1, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God.
Amen.
Yeah,
Mother.
everything, exactly.
You can all-
Revelations
you can all
13.
disbelief, but you're not going to be in line with what Scripture says.
Revelations 13. Jesus claims, I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Genesis 13. He speaks to Abraham. Before as I was.
Yeah.
I am that I am. If Moses asked, who are you? He says, say that I am that I am.
Who was the man who Jacob wrestled with face to face, who's called God?
Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, that's what his name means, wrestles with God.
Exactly.
Israel means that.
Yep, wrestle with God, exactly.
The Trinity.
Yeah, so it starts with knowing that Yahweh is a personal name that applies to the person of the Father. You know, this is why Jesus says, I come in my Father's name. Right?
Wow, he comes in his Father's name, so there you just debunked yourself, Mr. Physics Mike. So he didn't come in his own name, he came in his Father's name. Why do they bring up John 5 if it actually just debunks them totally? Because that's literally the Trinity right there. This is exactly what I was saying, like, the reason why he would never debate. Because if he brings up a scripture, the scripture he literally brings up debunks him.
What about this verse then? I read this on PJ's Keith. Proverbs 30 verse 4. Who hath ascended up into heaven or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell?
Yeah. Brilliant.
Come in his own name, him you would receive, right? So Yahweh is not the name of the Son. Yahweh
literally is.
Yeah, it is.
Literally is. You had it on screen right now. Let's go back quickly. Let's quickly read it. Yet you refuse to come to me that you may have life. That's Jesus speaking. I do not receive glory from people. This is Jesus still speaking. He doesn't receive glory from people. But I know that you do not have the love of God within you. I have come in my Father's name. So Jesus didn't come in his own name, did he? No, he came in his Father's name. And you do not receive me. So they're not receiving Jesus in his Father's name. If another comes in his own name, will you receive him? He was literally testing them, by the way, because he was saying you guys will not. Remember the parable where Jesus was talking about the vineyard, and he sends the son, and they end up killing the son? It's the same thing. Maybe if I send the son in my name, they will not, they will. No, that's exactly what happened. That's the parable.
It isn't every time Lord used for Jesus, it means Yahweh.
Yes, it is.
Like, for instance, in Jude, it says the Lord who brought the people out of Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jude's speaking about Jesus, but in Old Testament, it's Yahweh who brings the people out of Egypt.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, man. Hopefully one day we'll get to talk to Metaphysics Mike.
I don't think you'll get him, mate.
Shame. Poor guy.
You would receive, right? So Yahweh is not the name of the Son. Yahweh is the name of the Father, and Jesus, right? That's the name of the Son, right? So that's number one. So there's only one Yahweh. That's number two.
Why didn't they stop him? That's my question. Maybe they don't know the Bible good enough. I don't know. They are quite young, to be honest.
Yeah. And well, they seem to be a bit starstruck by him as well. So
That's
Yeah,
also
it'll
true.
be lauding over him, ain't it?
yeah,
No pun.
I guess
intended.
that's the difference. I mean, if it was with us, we would have stopped him straight away and said, "But that's just false what you just said," and we would bring up the Greek, and the Greek would totally dismember him. It's actually quite funny. Man. But this is the thing I've seen with a lot of these kind of channels. They kind of pick their prey, you could say. They're very careful of who they're going to talk to and what they're going to talk about.
It's been wrecked though, hasn't he, by God Logic?
Oh, yeah, no.
Humble
He's not even
like
on the
that.
same tier as, like, literally on the... If you put in a staircase, this guy's like on the first step. God Logic's like on step 100. You know what I mean? No. But the problem with these guys is they have such a big pride and ego problem. Even when they're getting mushed into smithereens, they're still going to, claim victory. Which is quite sad.
And the Trinity is biblical and it's the truth. And to come against it, you're going to be in a contradiction.
Exactly.
There's just no way around it.
Hey, Carlos Diaz, just want to say, no, the Trinity was way, way, way before the Council of Nicaea.
Yeah, well,
First,
Tertullian, second century.
Tertullian, 2nd century, even the disciples themselves were talking about the Trinity. Matthew 23, when he's talking about Jesus getting baptized. John, when he's talking 1 John 1 verse 1. In the beginning was the Word with God, and the God was with the Word, and the Word was God. Even Moses, when he was actually citing the great I Am in Genesis, in the beginning. So, yes, Trinity has always been from Genesis to Revelation, way before any church father, way before the Council of Nicaea. The only people that really claim Council of Nicaea created the Trinity are people that have no knowledge on history, that just parrot things. That's it. They heard it from someone, and they push the ignorance. Guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And so if Jesus is Yahweh,
Yes, he is.
and the Father is Yahweh, and Jesus is not the Father, then in some way, shape, or form, you must have two Yahwehs. And I just think that's
Well, what,
Yahweh's
like
a title.
Exodus. Like in Exodus, when the Yahweh on earth rains fire down from the Yahweh in heaven.
oh my God.
Yahweh is a title.
And also, there's a lot of old Jewish rabbis used to speak of two powers in heaven. You know, it's not like a new invention.
Oh dear me.
So, yeah. So, if I say God the Father is Yahweh, that's the name of God, correct? Yahweh. That's his title. Now, if I say Jesus is Yahweh, am I calling Jesus God as well? Yes, because it's his title, it's his name. Like when you say Adonai, okay, in the Old Testament they usually spoke to Adonai, which is Jesus. And by the way, Adonai is also God the Father. That's weird, don't you think? Because it's the same God, but they have, when it comes to the names as well, that's why when you get later with Jesus, where it's like he's the Prince of Peace, Al Shaddai, Jehovah Nisi, the banner over me. All these different names because it's titles given to him based on the God. Okay? Like you have Almighty God the Father, you have Jesus is also Almighty God. Jesus is even declared as Almighty God. I am the great I am, the beginning and the end, the Alpha and Omega, in Revelation. Because God the Father gives him that title. He can't give it to himself. I just wish these people just go and read their Bibles.
They need to look at original language, because clearly the writers of the original language understood this.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's more... that's what always bring up this broken telephone story. The ones later down the line are usually the most watered down version of the original script. I think I will rather trust the church fathers and the disciples who were there, you know what I mean, than
Closer to the
later
time,
reformists or people like the Mormons and things that decided they are later prophets, you know what I mean? I think I'd rather take Jesus' words than other people.
It's Celsius 12. Why didn't God send Jesus the first time he realized the earth needed? What do you mean the first time he realized? It's not like it just came to, the earth needs saving. He knows everything.
First
He's
of all,
got a plan.
yeah. First of all, even since the fall in the Garden of Eden, Jesus was already planned to come die for humanity.
Right.
The thing is, God was giving the people warnings, and they failed to heed those warnings. Unfortunately, the land was so corrupt, thanks to the fallen angels, that he had to, cleanse the land of it. Hence why the great flood.
There were no redeeming.
No, exactly.
Like Jesus literally talks about that in Matthew.
Mm-hmm. It was too corrupt. So once the land was cleansed, once everything was cleansed through the great flood, they had an opportunity. And what do you know? They still went on, and Jesus still came through the bloodline, and he said he would, to die for the people, as prophesied through all the prophets. So
The thing, people always be like, oh, why this and that? Why didn't he do this? Why didn't he do that? Well, God's got a plan. You're thinking with human mind. You can't think supernaturally. God sees the beginning from the end because he is the beginning and the end. You know what I mean?
You won't be asking them questions if you'd read Bible.
Right. Right.
Yes, Carlos, people were unfortunately sentenced to death for heresy later on. That's how it was. But are we those people that sentence people to death for the heresies? No, we're not. Okay? People can still use God's word for their own agendas. Doesn't
Absolutely.
mean that they're following God's word. Because what did Jesus do when he came to preach? When Jesus came and he preached, did he say condemn everybody? No. He says, woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, woe to you. He didn't say, I shall put you to death. He warned them and told them, get out of your wicked ways so you would escape death. That's it. He didn't condemn them. They condemn themselves.
But if you think about it as well, Catholicism might have the Trinity doctrine, that they've really got four people in that quadrinity, really, because you've got Mary as well.
That's the problem. That's the problem with Catholicism, though. Roman Catholicism still kept the pagan roots out of the Roman Empire. So they're only flying the ban of Christianity, but they aren't actually Christian. Now, unfortunately, all Christendom gets sewn into this history through the Catholic Church.
We have to realize with Catholics, there's a mixture of truth and lies.
Absolutely.
You know, they still confess Christ died on cross and rose again on the third day. You know what I mean? So that's not wrong.
No.
And Trinity's not wrong, but there is wrong things in.
100%.
Yeah, which is
But
unfair.
they really, like you say, they believe in the Trinity, but there's four people in it. It's a quadrinity. Look at Celsius. His plan doesn't seem to be the most efficient. Well, how would you know? Are you God? That's from your perspective.
I always got a question for everybody that questions God on this. Can you do a better job?
Yes, exactly.
What would you do different? So that's a question for Celsius and stuff. Why don't you come in and tell us what you would do different than God? And then tell us how you would do it if you were God. And I can guarantee you it will be very bad for you.
Absolutely.
Remember, God is God. God knows all things, okay? God is as the moral stand ground. If God wants to do something, he'll do it. It doesn't matter. We are just vessels at the end of the day. We are only alive because of grace. He doesn't owe us anything.
Absolutely. Yeah. it Pope pushes the Trinity. Of course, he pushes the Trinity. He's a Catholic, but it's kind of
It's a perverse.
false Trinity.
Yeah, it's a
If there's
perverse.
if there's four people in it,
It's
maybe
a
it should be a
perverse.
quadrinity.
Yeah, he pushes a perverse trinity. I mean,
Yeah, but I've
Mary
just
Mary has
addressed it.
been given like a divinity status.
I've just addressed this. Trinity's bad because Pope pushes it. Pope also pushes that Jesus died on cross, was buried, and rose again on third day.
Yep.
That's refuted that line of thinking.
I mean, the previous pope said all men have good hearts, and we know the Bible says against that.
Well,
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the Pope's just a normal, fallible person. He's just the leader of the Catholic Church. It doesn't make Christianity false because a guy uses some truths and some falsities. He's just a man.
It's unscriptural, and really the only way to justify that, I think, is through later Greek metaphysics. Right, so it's funny. You say you want to stick to the scriptures. It's actually impossible to do that with Trinity.
Impossible. Can anybody tell me, is it impossible to stick to the scriptures to bring up the Trinity? No, because we literally brought up how many scriptures tonight already on the Trinity alone. No going away from scripture at all. Hey, Truth Warrior, good to see you, mate. Glad you could make it.
This is like the poisoning at well tactics, isn't it? You know.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it's but I haven't seen them actually say anything yet. Hopefully, they'll actually start telling the guy he's wrong. But we'll see.
yeah, they haven't said much at all. They just, I think they're just a little starstruck.
I mean, imagine young Bob sitting here now. He would tell the guy stop straight away, and he would laugh at him. Oh man.
Trinitarianism, because you must impose certain distinctions, categories,
Well,
etc.
okay. Couple things I want to say about it. The first thing is that we actually see again, and I've said this a couple times on the stream, but the name of the Father and of the Son is actually placed as one name in the Great Commission, right? When we see in Matthew 28:19, where it talks about how in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So this is one name, one authority, one power, right? And the next thing is actually
That's also true. Why did Jesus tell us this? Hey, David's in the house. What's up, man?
Happy birthday, Sav.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah,
How does it
Another
how does it
year on
feel how does it feel to be a century younger than Sean Hawkins?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. It's and to actually have conscious intelligence beyond just regurgitation of bullshit that McToon tells you. You know, that's definitely a gift. Absolutely. 100%. I was looking at his comments earlier before I came on here. They came in and it's just like, dude, just shut up. What, you don't even know anything that you're talking about at all. Why are you even just... My grandmother used to say this all the time. She said, it is better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt.
That's a good accent.
Wow, what a sick.
How'll she be over? What would she be now? Grandmother B. Let's see, 1907 to 2007, 118 years old she be?
Wow.
Yeah.
I should have asked Sean Hawkins though, because he is streaming us right now. Why does he keep saying so? Flatzoid farts on orphans, and he keeps posting it. Yeah, keeps farting on orphans. He keeps posting this every day, and I don't know what the hell that's about.
What is that? Cats farting on
For Flatzoid.
Yeah, he can't. He's got to have a little child.
Because he doesn't know how to spell Flatzoid, you see.
Well, the guy were in chat making some stupid claim like, I was reading Bible before you were born, sort of thing, you know. The guy literally come on here live and said something along the lines of Jesus went a carpenter or something, didn't he, Flats? Can you remember?
Yes, I remember that. It's like, you guys are dumb. You don't know anything. Jesus wasn't a carpenter. That was-
Celsius said we ignored his answer. His answer would be, I would have made everything perfect first, and everyone just gets straight into heaven for eternity. Easy. Oh, it's simple thinking. Simple thinking.
that wouldn't
You'd
work.
make everything perfect.
That wouldn't work.
Well, we're all robots like automatons then. Yeah.
Exactly.
But then, no, but
free
then
will.
you have no consequences for anything. You can just rape someone, have no consequences. You can kill someone, have no consequences. You can just do what the hell you want, have no consequences, because you go to heaven anyway.
Absolutely.
It's like saying I'm not going to refine this oil into gasoline. I'm going to just use crude oil.
Yeah, yeah. It's like just doing what the hell you want and then not expecting consequences. That's not how life works, and it's okay. Celsius, I think I'll take the way God created everything. Thank you. It's much better.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be hired as God anytime soon.
No. Quite insane. So what did I miss this last few? I guess we don't have to go on with this stream after this video, do we?
You missed Sov's debate.
Yeah, you debated recently. What happened there,
debated
Sol?
a couple of days ago, yeah.
What's that?
You debated a couple of days ago. How did it go? I didn't watch it yet.
Oh, it was like that. You've seen the movie Idiocracy, right? You've seen the movie Idiocracy? You remember when Dad's going to be like, he says, I'm pretty sure that if you put water on the plants, they're going to grow. And they say, but Brondo's got what plants crave. And he says, what do plants crave? And he says, electrolytes. What are electrolytes? And he says, it's what they use to make Brondo. And it's like this circular argument about that. I says, how do you know that gravity was the cause of the observed effect? Because of how fast it was going.
But you see, this is the illogical thing we always get, and we always try to explain this over and over again. They beg the question, they affirm the consequence, and that's it. It's the same as saying, well, guys, we on Earth. Well, Earth is a donut because we see the sun come up in the morning. So tomorrow morning you see the sun come up, therefore Earth is a donut. It's exactly the same. It's just circular reasoning based on correlation. There is absolutely no empiricism based on anything they say. I mean, if this thing falls, it's falling. Great. That's what we observe. You guys are making a claim that gravity is the cause for this falling. So you have to manipulate your cause to figure out if that is the cause. But guess what we manipulate? The density ratio. We never manipulate gravity because you don't even know what gravity is.
Yep.
Well, it's based off this myth of mass attracts mass. They never did, they were just told that mass attracts mass. Why? Why does mass attract mass?
The guy who said that literally then went on to say it was stupid.
Yep. Well, it defies his own laws. This is why he didn't publish it. It's after he was dead. He couldn't reconcile something moving without a force being applied to it.
Do we need to know?
Requires energy. So where is mass getting the energy to convert into a gravitational force, and why does it never succumb to entropy? What's the problem? What's going on?
Science doesn't claim to know everything.
Science don't claim
Science
anything.
can't claim anything, Luca.
It's not sentient. I just want to say thank you, Vicky, for your
People
£5
like you
super
might
chat.
make a claim.
So back,
That's not science.
I just
back when
want to say, wait, guys. I
Newton
just want to say, Vicky, thank you for your super chat. Really, really appreciate it. Says, happy birthday, Dave. Please smash the likes. Woohoo! You guys hit the
Happy
like.
birthday, Sovereign.
Thank you,
Soul,
guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Unchained Mind. Or David, happy birthday.
Thank you.
So, yeah, Newton didn't claim to know why gravity was the way it was. In fact, he didn't.
Hold on. Before you can claim that something is the way it is, don't you have to actually prove that it exists?
Well, we know mass attracts mass. He just didn't know why.
That's a myth. Where
He
in
didn't
nature?
know why.
Listen to me. Where in nature, without going to Narnia land and saying I saw some shit in the sky happen, okay? Where in nature has anyone ever observed two objects drawing to each other merely by volition of its existence. When has anybody ever seen that happen?
And not Earth pulling us down?
No, it's not pulling anything. There's no pull. Where are you getting this idea that there's a pull?
Well, according to Newton, it's a force, so.
Is it? Okay. And Newton had a
They were all a
problem.
load of rubbish.
Newton had a problem with that whole idea of it being a force because he couldn't reconcile where the energy would come from.
Well, yeah, he
Okay.
did say
So
something like that.
There's no evidence of a force at all, is there? You're observing an effect. You're ascribing.
Yeah, it's an apparent force, not
force.
an.
The only force involved is displacement.
It's an apparent force, not.
No, it's not.
It's like it acts like a force.
What acts like a force?
Gravity.
Where is gravity? You haven't established that it actually exists.
Well,
I got as much proof that it's Gandalf the Wizard doing it as you do gravity doing it.
well, how about mass attracting mass?
Mass does not attract mass. When have you ever observed this in nature?
Cavendish and
That's not,
Sahelian and
that's not nature.
lots of
Before,
other.
listen to me. Look, before you develop an experiment, you have to have an observation. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Dropping shit on the floor is not an observation of mass attracting mass. It's just an observation of shit falling to the floor that is heavier than air.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's the same. Like if we ask, like, okay, you say it's acceleration. It's like, great, I accelerate in my car. Is that now gravity? You understand?
Gravity is an acceleration.
So
But it's
gravity
not-
caused me to accelerate in my car.
It's not every acceleration is gravity.
That's what we're saying. So because you observe acceleration doesn't make it gravity.
It's just a word that we use to call the downward acceleration is.
Then why not just call it magic? You have as much proof of it being magic as you do it being mass attracting mass.
Well, magic.
Demonstration of torsion dynamics is definitely not an experiment proving mass attracts mass. You have to understand where's the mechanism. What is causing this phenomenon that I'm witnessing? And how come that's the only instance that anybody ever sees mass attracting mass? We never see that happen anywhere else.
I think that Newton didn't. Well, the apple story is definitely not.
The apple
true.
thing never happened.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
the
not
apple
true.
thing
I'm
never
not
happened,
agreeing
Luca.
with
That's a little story for children.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying it's because of that. I think it's because of like
I think
the moon.
Luca,
and stuff.
how can I say? How much faith do you have to believe that every historical figure was actually who they say they were?
Well, what do you mean?
Could they have made a public figure out of Newton for an agenda?
I suppose.
Just like
But
Einstein,
why would
correct?
they do that?
Just like Einstein.
There's no reason.
Because it's an agenda.
What's the agenda?
Wow.
For gullibility, for people like you to fall for satanic belief systems so you can be away from God and have the wrong belief system. Yes.
If I can
So
convince you that you're a
so
monk
this-
on a spinning waterfall
satanic-
flying through a void, I can make you believe anything. Because
This
that's,
satanic thing came around what 1600s
No,
is when it
since, the
first
big,
started.
since man, there was already Satan, man. He already had his
Six-
agenda then.
1666. Look into that year and everything that happened. That was the clink of the chains around your ankles, baby. Right there, 1666.
Okay. So Newton noticed what? The moon going around the sun and why it didn't fly off in a straight line.
Well, wait a second. There again is a buttload of assumptions going on right there. Okay? Involving things that no one can test. The best we can do is observe it and come up with an idea. As far as there's where it ends, right there. That's where it ends. Okay,
So
because
you can't do an
astronomy
experiment.
is not science.
Okay, but how would you do an experiment for gravity, Luca?
I mean, you
If you can't observe gravity, how do you do an experiment for gravity?
using the method that we have now, how would we do an experiment using that? Well, according to Newton's equation of, the two masses over r squared, or F equals the m12 over r squared, or whatever it was,
And you just get
using that, we could, well, all we'd need to do is have two or more masses, and, well, according to Newton's equation, the distance would also need to be a variable as well, and how
And
big
wait.
they are.
And can you have maths to say unicorns farts caused this?
If it checks out.
So
I
math is not
suppose.
always reality then.
Making a mathematical formula to fit what you think does not mean what you think is correct.
It's a language. It's just describing.
And also, as far as your Cavendish experiment is concerned, the results should be consistent every time. In other words, it would take the same amount of time. It would travel the same distance. It doesn't. It's not consistent at all. That's not even an experiment. You're never going to get them to go do their thing. If you get them to do it, they're not going to do it at the same time. The same amount of time. They're not going to do it with the consistent results that you are claiming. It doesn't have consistent results. Half the time, it doesn't even work.
I'm not saying that maths can't be used to
just want to say
describe any consistent set of rules that you give it, whether or not that thing exists.
Just want to say you're going to have a new link in like 30 seconds, just to let you know.
Oh, yeah.
You can use it to describe, well, anything, like you said, I suppose, like unicorn, fart pressure over time. You could.
Okay, hey guys, thank you for coming. I'm just going to get a new link quickly up. New meeting. Woohoo! Glad you guys are here. All the other new people, please hit the likes, share the show. Appreciate it. You rock. Oh, I don't need to share screen, do I? Let's put it up. And there's a new Google Meets. Play. Oh, I don't want to remove. Sorry guys, I removed it for some reason. Let's try again. Replacement message. Admit all. There we go. As he said, unicorn farts.
So here's the problem too. Let's just suppose for a moment that mass does attract mass. Let's just assume that for a moment, as you do.
Okay.
How do you obtain a mass of any gases without a physical container?
Anything can be mass. What do you mean? How do you obtain a mass?
We have all this air and mixture of gases, right?
Okay.
You claim that that's a mass, right?
Well, on a like nuclear level, like on a atomized, on a very small level, they're all masses.
So how do you obtain that mass? Let me ask you something. If I have a 15 cubic centimeter box that has air in it at 14.7 psi, and I've got one that's twice its size with the same pressure, which one has more mass?
Well, I suppose the twice as big one?
The bigger one, that's right. So how would you obtain either of those masses without a physical container to encapsulate it?
Here on Earth? Or,
Anywhere.
well, I mean, gravity.
Gravity. That's what you say, but where's the mass if you haven't collected it together in a mass?
It's everywhere? Masses.
Uh-huh.
Do you mean gas? Or gas is everywhere.
I agree, Michael.
It's got electrolytes.
You can just collect gas when
Gas
you
will not
close the
collect
container.
together. When in nature have you ever seen gas collect together?
Well, I know that gas is more. There's more of a collection of gas near the ground than up top.
Yeah, so how do you get that collection of gas in the first place?
Where
I'm
does
not
the gas
talking
come
about
from,
the
Luke?
elements within the same sample. I'm talking about the collection of gas itself.
Well, in order to collect gas for anything, you'd need a container.
There you go, babe. There you go.
But what do we?
How much does you all claim about the weight of the air, right? How much does air weigh?
Yeah. Well, not much.
But how much does it weigh?
I could look it up. How much does?
If I take a gas cylinder and I put the same mixture of gases in it that's right outside of it, and they're both at the same pressure, outside and inside, what will the weight of the air be? Zero. Nothing. It won't register weight until the pressure outside is less than the pressure inside. That's the only time it will register weight. And so you're not going to get an accurate weight of it because it's always going to change depending on the pressure differential outside. If I have a gallon of water, it weighs 8.5 pounds. If I'm carrying it around, it weighs about 8.5 pounds. How much does it weigh when I put it in the water? Nothing. Nothing at all, because it's at equilibrium. So what's that tell us? It tells us that weight is nothing more than a quantification of the relative density of an object within the given medium. Boom. There it is. But you have to have physical containment to obtain a mass of gases. There's no way. And even if that were true, that mass attracts mass, I don't know why you all believe this myth so badly, especially when no one's ever seen that happen. Your whole thing, your whole little fairy tale is off of this right here. The magic duct tape that holds all your bullshit together right there, gravity. That's all you have.
Whether or not it is used to explain loads of things doesn't change whether or not it's real.
What do you mean that it's real? Your claim of mass attracting mass?
Yeah. It is used to explain loads of things, but that doesn't mean
like
it's
what?
not real.
What's it used to describe?
Well, we use it to find differences in like matter under the ground, like whether or not there's diamonds and stuff underneath the ground and stuff.
So
we use it for
it's the density of objects based on the density of its surroundings.
We use it for underground submarines, like the little springy things that submarines have used to navigate.
What?
Well, submarines navigate.
Submarines use sonar to navigate. Nobody's using a damn gravimeter or any other such thing. And if that worked, how come they don't navigate using gravity on the surface?
Well, they can see where they're going on the surface.
No matter. What if you should be able to, if you can do it underwater, you should be able to do it above water.
Big mass.
I mean, yes, I suppose you could, but why would you need to?
Why don't you use it on surface ships? Use it to detect other ships the gravity of the other ships and stuff that you can't see because they're over the
See,
curve.
I'm still timed out on your shitty little channel there.
How
You might wanna tell,
the gravimeters
dipshit
are
here,
just, I mean, the
dumb fuck here,
whatever they
that,
call it, what are they
gravity doesn't
called?
You have no
work.
idea what they
It
are or
doesn't
how they
run
work,
out
do
of
you?
energy. That's how fucking stupid
They
you
are
because
attached
you
to a
just allowed him to say
spring,
it without
and
ever
as the
objecting
submarine
or
moves
correcting him on
underneath,
it. That's how
under the
fucking dumb
water,
you are, Flatzoid.
the slight
And you
differences
talk about
in
you
mass
timed me out because I
would
insulted people. Where did
pull
I
on
insult
the
anybody?
spring
Where
slightly
did I
differently.
fucking
Never
insult
happens.
anybody?
That never
Meanwhile, you
happens.
got Tarrant and everyone else
That's some
insulting
made up
me
story
and
that
everybody
you've
else.
never seen. You don't
But
know
you're
how
not
it works,
timing
and
out
it's just a
or
claim.
taking anybody's
If it were
wrenches,
practical,
are
they
you,
would be
bitch?
using it on everything.
Are you,
They don't.
Well,
bitch?
I know for a
Shit
fact
stain.
FTFE uses them.
You're just a
You
coward,
used to
FTFE
use
is
them.
nothing more than a
Feckless,
cabin boy.
fucking
And
spineless,
for you to quote
living
him
liver,
is
yellow
ridiculous.
belly,
He's an
Well,
unhinged,
he
yellow
worked for
crazy
submarines.
person.
He worked in submarines,
No,
so
Well,
you
he
have to
said he
use them.
worked on
You're
submarines. But
terrified
all he did,
to
I
put
think,
a
on
map
that submarine
He was
was
a
mop
submarine
the floor.
man.
of your fake as fuck
That's
No,
his
flat
claim. Hey, I used to work on an
and you get rid of any
SR-71. You believe
dissenting
me?
opinion. What a piece of shit.
I said I did. Do you believe me? When has anybody ever seen that happen?
well, it's like I've been saying with the random people on the
I was
street.
warned.
If
what?
someone,
I
if
didn't
you use
insult
logic
anybody, you
and
shit
That's
fuck.
if
what we're
it's
using.
I didn't
plausible,
insult
Logic.
anybody.
Logic.
if it's
But I got
if it's
insulted.
plausible,
It's not
then
I got
plausible.
insulted.
I'd have to assume that's true.
Where's your
How is it
fucking
plausible?
disdain and your outrage over
What?
that motherfucker?
How is it plausible that this method of navigation that you're claiming?
No, I mean like I mean
okay.
like if someone walked up to me and
No,
said
it's
that
not
they'd
true.
been to
Now.
Antarctica,
Uh-huh.
I mean I'd have to
Target's up.
assume for the moment that's true.
Target's up.
All right, well,
Because
let's take
why would they
FTFE.
lie?
Let's take
man, you're such a
FTFE
weak
for a minute,
little
right?
fuck. You're
Okay.
such
The
a
military
weak need.
screens for
Just
mental illness.
ethically and morally
Okay, it
depraved
it
motherfucker.
screens people to
You-
make sure
you
that
thought
they're
of
not
committing suicide
crazy as a rat in a
because
tin
you
shit
thought
house
about porn.
before they let them come in, right? Right.
You literally
So
said
at what
you-
point
you
did Craig's
almost
insanity
committed
take place?
suicide
Was that
because you
after he
thought
enlisted in the Navy?
about
Huh?
porn. That's
Craig
how
When did his
doesn't have
insanity
insanity.
take place? He's already admitted that he's a
That's how
mentally
literally
ill person
fucked your entire thought process
several times.
You're such a
So you have a
pathetic
mentally
piece of
ill
shit,
person
man.
that comes up to you, a
really
self-admitted mentally
You
ill
really are
person
a
that comes up to you and says,
pathetic
I used to be in the Navy. I worked on a submarine and I did every job that there is on a submarine. I was a nuclear engineer. I was a fucking radar operator. I was a gunner. I was a pilot. I was this. I
And
was
you're
that.
so dumb. You don't
Show me the
correct
money.
him on this gravity requires
Well,
energy
see,
bullshit.
knowing what I know
girl
about
hair.
you,
You know the rules.
I can't say
What,
that's
You
plausible.
have no fucking memory.
Well, why?
You provide a map
Well,
that you can navigate
So you just
by,
believe any insane
model
person,
that
whatever
can
they tell you.
predict
But
things
Craig
and
doesn't
measure
have
them
a
Hold
that
on,
you
sound
let
can
me
That
write
is
just
on
insane.
paper and
let me
present
just
to me
interrupt a second.
in the
Talked about
form of
insane. The chat's a little insane at the minute,
and I'll come
to
on
be
your
honest.
show.
So a tad bit hallucinated that Sogs as in manager. Don't know why you're all arguing with each other and that, but Sogs ain't no baller, and it just seems childish what's going on in chat.
Yeah.
Just
Better just
kiss and make
ignore
up.
it.
Kiss and make up.
I'm ignoring.
Always
I don't-
drama. Always drama, guys.
But I mean, it's between it's the end people. You know what I mean? They're all the same on the same team.
Yeah. Manager saying credit to your tuna sandwich speaking about it. Yeah, sorry, I was just on his stream just making some fun there, calling him a quiet baby. Because he's crying. For Sean Hawkins, he's crying that he got timed out because he got warned for being insulting.
Good.
So I'm just calling him a quiet baby. Oh, poor fella. Hey, Vicky.
They are a whiny little group. They really are a whiny little group of people. I'll tell you what, that guy, he kept just whining. I said, you want some cheese to go with that wine? My God.
Some pot.
How many times did that crusty old ape shout mofo?
Crazy.
Oh,
Well,
have you been over there, have you?
no.
one
I had
could
it in
hear
background, but
in
it's so
chat.
soft I didn't know anybody could hear it.
We could all hear it. All we could hear was him going, I got insulted over there. No one defended me. Are you having a laugh, Sean? I wouldn't defend you if you
No
had
one
50
defend
men
you.
jumping on top of you. I'd leave
Why
you.
would anybody defend you, son? Yeah, you're in
I
your
mean, let's make it very clear. I took his span away because he's insulting the whole time. He doesn't know how to grow up. I warned him. I said, listen here. If you can just behave yourself, stop insulting, and, be mature. And what did he go? And carries on insulting like a crazy guy. Vicky did what she did. He didn't keep to the rules. She timed him out. And she said, next time you'll be banned. Now he's timed out. Now he's crying on his stream like a little crybaby, swearing like a little bitch. Like, oh, cowards, these guys are blocking me. It's like everybody in his chat. The link is literally tagged up here. You see this this link, you meet Google, you click on it and you come in.
Chat anyway, we're all stupid, we're all wrong. Why does he
Guys, you
want to
must
be
remember, he thinks the Book of Enoch is part of biblical canon.
Well,
Sure. To be fair, he's still waiting to evolve, so you can't.
Oh, and he dropped the lighter. And he dropped the lighter and said, "That's mass attracting mass." Just to let you know.
there you go.
Crying out loud.
Of course it is. Yeah, of course it is.
I'm just sick of these globe trolls.
I didn't see the Earth come up meted up the way.
I
you know
think-
what I mean?
I think it's this last few days that I've been off YouTube and stuff that's actually just kind of reset my mind a bit. So it's made it a bit better for me. Now I just laugh at these idiots.
Is that
Well,
Matthew?
he comes in and he calls everybody a coward and then runs like a little bitch.
That's him. Like
You're
I
a
said, the
coward,
link's
they
right.
run away.
That's what I'm telling him and his chat. His 5 people that support him. Come, click the link. We're all here. Sov's here that you're calling a coward. I'm here that you're calling a coward. PJ's here you're calling a coward.
Here.
Vicky's
You
here.
call me
We're
a
all
demonic
here.
bitch.
Yeah,
Come
we're all
here.
here.
Come in, big boy. Come and be a
Big
real
boy.
man. Come and be a real man, Sean.
That's
Big
interesting
boy.
because he
Wanna be.
really overuses that word coward, which means that that's a word that's rolling around inside him internally.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that it's actually you that is the coward, Sean. It's you that. What happened to your Polaris challenge? What happened to that? Why is that gone now?
Oh, because he
Huh?
debunked himself doing it.
Yeah, he wrecked himself on that one.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to use two-dimensional Euclidean geometry to describe first-person perspective again. Let's try that again. Yeah.
He was in, Sean was in Keith's comments calling Keith a grifter. And I'm like, what does that make you then?
Mhm.
Because you literally live stream Keith's streams, you div.
But not just that. He I don't know how I can bring up.
Bet.
I can bring up
Since
at
when this
least
was
10
said.
streams. I can bring up at least 10 streams where he's begging people for money and crying, oh, he's not making enough money for food or whatever. It's like, must I start 3D printing my food? When once have I
Right.
begged anybody for money?
Never.
If it wasn't for this content, he wouldn't really have anything. I mean, you really don't get a lot of views on your 3D printing of a dildo and shit, Sean. Sorry.
But I mean, look
Was
at
it double ender?
But look at the 3 days I was in here. He was like trying to scrape other people's things as much as he possibly can and just not getting anywhere.
I tell you. These people are literally like off their nuts.
Mhm.
Yes, they are insane.
Squared.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. Why are you so obsessed with flat earthers? Like, get a life.
Because he
Hobby.
is one.
Stop.
He is
Lobotomy.
actually a flat earther. He's just too scared to admit it. That's all.
No, the globe can keep him. We don't want him.
No, we don't want
The Globers don't want
They
him
don't want-
either.
it. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They don't want it either.
We defo don't want him.
Oh, man.
But no, all we could hear in chat was Sean saying the mofo and feeling sorry for himself. Sean, you want to who was it I said needed to plan a pity party for one? I can't remember who it was, but they were really good at a pity party for one. You actually want to go and ask them to plan your next pity party for probably tomorrow, because that's when you'll be doing it again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Well, and it's like-
I was thinking I want to hold an award ceremony for the most triggered Glober.
Oh, I can give you a list of at least
I think we can
10
have fun with that.
just off
And
the
then-
top of my head.
And they want to go on about, oh, you won't accept the trust me bro from science. You deny science. Yeah, I had a bunch of people claiming science for the last 5 years, right? Oh, trust the science. You deny science. Yeah, you should be put in a camp. You're going to kill grandma. Yeah, how's that science going for you? Those are the same people that tell you you're a monkey on a spinning water ball, too. Those are the same people, but you're just selective. Do you trust government? Oh, absolutely not. You believe NASA's going to space? Well, yeah, they showed us. It's like, wait a second. I thought you didn't trust government, but you go ahead and take secondhand hearsay information from a government agency. Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, that Indian moon landing was real. Come on, man.
Oh, I know. How can you deny that?
Oh, don't. Heron sent me something the other day on Instagram, and it was blatantly fake, and we were just howling, laughing.
Because they still blooming believe it. It's blatant. And they still
Oh, before I forget about this, let me just lay this out here for people. Okay, these Indians have been working on it. They got another scam going on, and it will involve your bank card. They can spoof your bank's telephone number
Yeah.
and the caller ID, and they'll come on and call you and say that there's a fraud alert on your card. And then they'll start wanting the information so they can take the thing off of there or whatever. Here's how you do it, okay? They call you and say there's been a fraud alert on your card. Say, cool, I'll be right back. I'll call you in just a minute. I'm really busy right now. Let me call you right back. And then hang up. Then call your fraud alert number and see if it was actually them that called you. Because they tried that on us, and they called back and they screwed up. And they had, instead of our bank, they had Utah Credit Union on the number. And it was like, wait, you call, this says Utah Credit Union. What are you doing? And say, oh, just a minute. And then they called back with the one from my bank.
Wow.
And I'm like, are you shitting me? Get out of here.
There's so many different scams, isn't there? So many of them.
Yeah, I had a call saying that somebody had tried to buy a train ticket from Edinburgh to London on my card, and I just put the phone down. I was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I've had that. Amazon's charged.
I've been seeing what people are doing of late now. What they do is they take a picture or video of someone like in a public place, and then they create an AI scene of something like someone in close by there, and they say, look at this guy, and they try and get them in trouble.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen now. It's like a new trend coming out now as well.
I had one, and it said that HMRC were after me, and that if I didn't pay them, they'd get the sheriff. I live in England. We don't have sheriff.
Oh, I'm going to say it.
And I
Well, they
was
do
just
take
like,
chances. I mean, my wife got a message when was it
Sheriff's
yesterday.
Scotland.
Yeah, my wife got a message yesterday, SMS like, your Standard Bank account is going to be closed in 2 hours if you do not do this. It's just like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't have a Standard Bank account. Okay, bye.
Yeah,
They take chances, man.
that's the thing they do
Yeah,
with that.
just
You gotta
use
be-
common sense.
Luca,
What?
really?
The thing is,
Yeah, I
people
know,
fall
right?
for it, Luke.
To know if anything's a scam.
The problem is a lot of the older people as well, unfortunately, fall for these scams, and
Yeah.
they usually catch the people with their pension funds.
Yeah.
I know. It is very sad and can be devastating to
Also,
older people because they don't
lonely
really
people.
know.
Lonely people get catfish scammed. All these types
Yeah.
of things.
Mhm. I think it's great.
Can
There's a
be
couple of
devastating.
channels out there that they actually go in and they'll reverse it on these hackers. They reverse it.
Oh
On
yes.
I've
Oh
seen it.
yes.
They wipe out all their files and shit.
Oh,
you
yes.
know, it's just,
Yeah,
Like
I used to do
Mark Rober.
Ian Brown, Kit Boga, Scammer Payback. You know,
Mark
yeah,
Rober did that.
Progate. They're good,
Do you
man.
know Mark Rober? The
I don't know that one, no.
the YouTube channel that
Yes, Mark
Also
Rober,
targeted
yeah. What
a
about Mark
big
Rober?
scam operation and got it shut down.
Yes,
Multiple.
yeah, I remember that. That was actually good.
Mind you, have you seen the Glober catfishing saga?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Or with the photos of Arwen in a dress that someone
Oh
doctored.
yes, with Roger
Get
that.
pictures from somebody else.
From
who's a
Roger
flat
that.
earther.
By the way, I just want to warn Roger that if you do things like that, it's actually considered a breaking of the law. You're creating fraud. And you can get
No one's
heavily
saying.
arrested for that. If you're creating false pictures of someone using AI and making them do something they didn't, they can literally strip you naked, bud. They can take everything of you.
Yep.
So I just got to warn that Roger that everybody's traceable, even soccer accounts, just to let you know.
Did you see that I got a threat from him? Email threat from him.
Mm-hmm.
Roger that.
Oh yeah, it's crazy, man.
Did you see he was talking about my dead baby?
Yeah.
These people are sick, man.
They're all sick, man. Every single bolt out of we deal with are all scumbags.
Ask me if I felt bad for lying to the police 29 years ago. No, not anymore.
I suppose I should mention that Mark Rubber actually built a satellite and sent it.
That's what he says. It takes pictures in space, apparently.
Yeah.
A selfie,
Yeah.
yeah. And then when you look
It's
at it, it's just
space
an
selfie.
ordinary background of high altitude with the go lens. So,
So
not something that's very how can I say, new.
he has no reason to lie there.
No,
Who?
he used NASA, doesn't? Did he not? Did they not build everything? Obviously, it cost him a lot of money, and then
Well, he did.
who
he
did
did work with
who
NASA
launched
at
it for
one
him?
point. Well, he did, other people, I guess. Other people would have launched. it.
Other people. There you go.
Not
What
himself.
was you just saying about using common sense?
Well, he did work with NASA for a while.
Yeah,
back.
he was a NASA
way
engineer
back.
for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think Mark
So-
Rober's an
and that's
awesome
how-
guy, but he's just deceived,
Yeah.
just like the rest of the people that work for NASA.
And that's how he was able to build their scam bombs or whatever it was. There's,
Yeah, he's a good engineer.
um,
Mark Rober's a
Who?
good engineer. Got no issue against him, but he is really how can I say? He's unfortunately in the same boat as you guys, having blind faith in a lie.
Luca, did you go through all the checks to make sure he actually worked for NASA? Because weren't you trying to make out that Dave Beverly didn't work for NASA? 'cause
Oh
you
yeah,
didn't
that's
see
true.
it?
He certainly did that. He certainly did.
Actually, I didn't. I
No,
didn't
but
say he
hold on,
didn't work
Luca,
for
shut up.
NASA.
Luca, shut up. Did you check that the Glober was actually working for NASA like you did Dave Beverly, did ya? No. Didn't think so.
I didn't disagree that David did work
You
for NASA. He
literally
did.
said that he didn't and tried to
No, I did. No,
prove that
I
he
said-
wasn't when he was. You literally did, Luca.
no. I made the. Did you watch the video?
Luca,
Damn
why
it.
would I watch anything on your channel?
So you don't know what I said
I don't.
in that video.
You tried to say he didn't work for NASA. We
Look,
all
you
know
tried
it.
to say that.
It is
You
well
I did.
known.
Because I think
did
because wait,
originally,
as far as I
yes,
remember,
but
Luke,
then I made that
because
video,
Lucas, as far as I
Yeah,
remember,
but you did
you
originally
did.
exactly, Luca.
Luca, because as far as I do remember, if my memory serves me right, you were pushing misinformation agent's video about claiming that David Beverly's a liar and he's never worked
Yeah.
for NASA, where
Exactly.
he literally was shown false, and you
Right.
still pushed his information, as far as I remember.
And I did a video on that.
That was
did a
back
video on
then,
that.
that
Or it was a stream
that
or a
was
video.
before I even made the video then.
Video.
And in the video, I agree that he did work for NASA. So-
Again,
After he
have
accused
you
him as well.
checked that the Glober actually worked for NASA?
Well, no.
Exactly, right. So you do it to us, but not to them. Have you checked that whatever his name is,
No,
FTFE
of
or
course not.
whatever?
There's no point in asking that. No, of course not. Yeah.
Have you done background checks on all these people, Luca? No, because they all believe your bull belief. But
No,
yet
well,
we're-
actually,
yes,
I did-
yes, that's a
I
fact.
did
You
think-
literally just said this bloke worked for NASA, but you didn't check it. But yet, when a flat earther worked for NASA, you had to go and check it and make out he was lying.
I mean,
Double standards, Luca.
don't you agree that
I don't agree
flat
with
earther
anything
working
you
for
say,
NASA
no.
is a little bit more unbelievable than a globe working from the
Why?
sun?
No.
How
Why?
so when he weren't a flat earther
It
when he
wasn't a
weren't
flat
from the
earther at the time.
Why would I agree with anything you say? You literally believe you're on a spinning ball upside down.
Not upside down. There's
Well,
no
well,
upside down.
You have you when was you don't
No,
even
you're
get
right.
out of
You're
bed.
right. You're not upside down, Luca.
Because
You're
of
not.
gravity. I'm not. Yeah.
No,
Because of
no.
gravity, you mean that thing that you made up? What else could it be but this thing that we made up? This is what they always say.
Aren't we still
What else
waiting?
could be what else could be the cause of this observed effect other than the shit that we just made up?
But aren't we still waiting
Well, how
for?
do you explain the weight going toward a mountain? That guy brought that up on my show. He says, well, they hung a plumb bob from the side of a mountain and it draw toward the mountain. What else could it be if it's not mass
Bernoulli's
attracting
principle.
mass? That's what I said.
I mean, there is
That's what I said.
circumstantial
Bernoulli's
evidence
principle.
that
Boom.
Mars.
Do you not
I
see
mean,
any
it's
practice-
exactly the same when you have why they don't have ships in the shipyard parked too close to each other because the wind between it gets them stuck together.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Oh man! Oh, and I just want to say, Luca, have you managed to tell us how to manipulate gravity yet?
What do you mean by manipulate
Well, come
gravity?
on, Luca, you're the science person, aren't you? We're all stupid flat earthers. You should know exactly what he means.
When was gravity ever used as the independent variable in any test involving gravity?
What do you mean? If you mean like make people feel gravity or
No, Luca.
Wait, you just keep saying that this is what you feel, this is what you're assuming gravity with everything that you say. You assume that that's what's going on.
what?
But you
What
don't
do you
have any
mean by?
proof of that.
The problem here is Luca don't know what science is. So we're going to have this fun and games running around in a circle forever until he actually learns what science is. The reason we say manipulate gravity is because that's your assumed cause of things falling to Earth. In science, Luca, you have to manipulate your assumed cause. That would be the IV. Must be manipulated by the experimenter.
Would the equation for gravity can be manipulated by experimentation. So
No,
Like-
the experiment is what is you putting into practice with your hypothesis is saying what the cause is. So you have to state what your cause is on how you're going to manipulate the independent variable, and your experiment is the outward of that hypothesis. So in other words, your experiment is going to test your prediction.
okay, so using F equals G M1 M2 over
That's
R
not
squared.
that's not telling us how you manipulate the gravity.
Hold on,
This is what I'm
getting
saying.
to that.
But until
Using
Luca, stop
equa-
a minute, Luca. This is what I keep saying, Keith. Like, until Luca can understand what science is and what the scientific method is, we're just going to go around in this stupid.
No, wait. Using
circle.
Wait.
hold on.
We got someone who thinks they know what science is. Zebra.
Head zebra.
This guy's dumber than Luca.
Yeah. So we're gonna test him.
Oh,
Zebra, how do we manipulate gravity?
It depends what you mean by manipulate.
Are you
Well,
zebra?
what do you mean? Like
What do you mean?
actually
Are you zebra?
generate force
Depends
fields
what you
or
mean by
something?
manipulate.
let me show you a really cool toy. I found this. I had one of these when I was a kid. I was about 9 years old. And I remembered it, and I thought, what a great thing. What a great demonstration.
Whoa.
Now, you see that little, it's a little diving bell that's inside this bottle of water. Okay?
Can you hear me now?
Now, what you do,
Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you, Zebra.
Okay, cool.
okay, so now what you do, there's a little bit of air inside that little diving bell, right?
Mhm.
And it floats up toward the top.
Uh.
But when you squeeze the plastic bottle,
Uh-huh.
since there's nowhere for the fluid to go, the liquid to go, but into the little diving bell, okay, the air that's in there gets compressed.
Mm.
Okay. At the same time, that compression allows those little claws to open up. And what it does is it causes it to go down. Now, why would it go down? Merely by compressing the air inside of the little bathysphere. Why would that go down? Because we made it now more dense than the liquid that it's in. Okay, and it goes down. And as soon as we release the pressure, it goes back up. And if you hold it at a certain pressure, it'll stay at a certain level.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
CG, shut up!
That's what I'm saying. We can manipulate even a variable when it comes to density.
Well, I was
relative
trying to
density.
say good evening to everybody,
Hey,
but
Zebra.
well,
Good evening. I mean, I'd say that you create a difference in pressure, not density. But
Pressure of what?
what
well,
that
let me know when I
squeeze
can
it.
ask a question, okay?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Zebra, your turn.
No, it's okay. I'm just.
Go ahead, Zebra.
Okay. Okay, I'll go. I'd
So-
say it's when you squeeze the container, you're changing the pressure.
So I have one very simple question. What is the size and shape of the Earth?
No idea. You tell us.
Well, you don't know. Nobody else know?
I know it's a station enclosed plane.
I'll tell
No,
you,
that's
like
not
I
the
tell
shape.
everybody else in Bible, it tells me that I can't know these things, and that's good enough.
You don't know either, okay?
Immeasurable, it says in scripture.
PJ, you don't know either.
The scripture
and
says
some...
wait, Zebra.
I just told you.
Okay.
Okay,
Hold on.
wait, let
I
me
just
put
told
it.
you. Hold on. I
It
told you.
is the thing, though,
Immeasurable.
Zebra. Neither do you, mate.
Neither do you, exactly.
Okay. That's fine. So you have no maps?
All maps. We have all maps.
No, you don't have any map.
Yes,
If
I
you don't
do.
know
I
the
use a
shape-
map
if
to
you don't know
travel.
the
I use a
size-
map to travel to other countries.
If you don't know the shape, if you
cities.
don't know the size, you don't have a map.
I know distances to other places. If I go, for
but you
instance,
don't have a map.
if I, for instance, travel in a car, and I
why
know
do
it's
maps
going to take
come
me
in all
5
different
hours to get
shapes?
somewhere.
So
Why
you have
is
no
there
map.
loads of different shape maps if you know what size and shape Earth is, Zebra?
If you know the shape and the size, then you have a map of it.
No,
No.
you can have a map of all the land. Don't mean to say you know its exact size and shape.
Of course you do. What
Well,
what else do you have on the map?
okay.
If it's not the size and the shape.
Okay, Zebra.
Yes.
Greenland. How big is Greenland?
Quite big.
Is it bigger than North
I don't
America?
know by heart. No, I don't think so.
If I bring a map up of your globe and it doesn't show what you wanted to say, is that map accurate?
The globe is accurate, yes.
But it's a globe map, apparently.
Globe is not a map.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Globe's not a
Globe's
map.
not a
Globe
map.
is a map,
yeah.
yes, of course.
No, globe is
not a map.
three-dimensional.
No, it's a
Okay,
political
okay. So
In fact, they
the
say
globe
right
is not a
on
map.
Zebra, they
The
say
globe
right
is not
on
a map, and you have
No.
no paper map representing
We have all the maps.
Earth.
All
Correct.
maps. All maps
We have the
represent.
same maps
Then you
use.
know the shape and the size.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
What is the point of a map then?
They all have different,
point of-
different.
So, but like,
Different
go back in
functions.
history when they had maps of the known world, right? That was a map,
Sorry?
and it worked, but they didn't know the entirety of Earth. So your argument's false, mate.
You ask
I don't
what
know
a
what you're
map
trying
is
to do.
for. A map is so that you can go from one place to another. It's got points of reference that you can go to and look at. It doesn't
But you
prove
don't
the
have
shape
any.
of anything.
But you don't have any.
Okay, here's a map for
But
you.
yes, we do, Zebra. We have the same maps that you have. We are all relegated to the maps that have been provided to us by the system. None of us here are cartographers. And I will tell you one very, very important thing about a map. It doesn't reconcile the physical impossibilities of water in a spherical shape on an object.
Oh, yeah,
It
whatever.
doesn't.
You don't
it
have a
doesn't
map.
show. It doesn't prove that water will convex. Okay, so
Cool.
whatever kind of an artistic
Bottom line is you don't
representation
have a map.
you want to make
We do have a
of the
map.
Earth and what you think it is, you still
You
have
don't have a
physical
map.
impossibilities incorporated.
Show the map.
Oh, I've got a map
we
on
use
screen.
the same maps as you.
Okay, I've got a.
Zebra.
Ah, that's
Zebra.
yeah,
Have you
that's a
been round?
projection of the
Zebra.
globe.
Zebra, have you got one of these maps and been round the entirety and checked it and make sure everything's there what should be there? Have you done? Have you sailed all round Earth?
No.
Okay.
No, you haven't, mate. So shut up.
Zebra.
Zebra, how do you explain a 3-hour time difference across the Bering Strait?
No, I'm not talking to you. You keep saying that Newton published his book after he was dead.
Yeah.
Terrad, thank you for being a member
That
for
is not
8 months.
true.
Wait, man. Terrad, thank you for being a member for 8 months.
You're not interesting.
He says, can Zebra
It's not
prove the claimed smells of nebulae? What the?
No, I'm here to ask.
Thank
the
you very much,
question. That's
Terrad.
the theme of the
You
day.
rock, man. Yeah, and I'm answering you. Can you see on screen? Can you see on screen?
Go ahead, Flatzoid.
Yo!
Hey, can you see on screen, Zebra? Greenland.
Yes,
Is that
yes.
Greenland's actual size?
No, it's not. It's a projection of a globe.
Oh, so it's a globe map.
It's a projection of
Is
a
it a
globe.
globe map?
No, it's not a globe map. It's a projection
But it's a map.
of a globe.
But it's a map.
It's a map. It is
And
a
does
map,
this
yes.
map work
For what?
for navigation?
It represents.
Does it work?
No, that's not the one. That's not the one.
The
that is used
Mercator
in
map.
navigation.
You're telling me navigation
No.
doesn't use Mercator maps?
No,
We got
that's
a
not the
problem
one.
here.
Oh, you got a big problem, Zebra.
We got a real big
Okay.
problem because nobody uses a freaking world map for navigation.
No.
They don't. Okay. What do they use?
They use
Sectional maps.
sections.
Flat Earth map?
They use sectional
A
maps.
Flat Earth map?
They use sectional maps.
Where's the Flat Earth map?
All maps are flat, man. That's what I'm
All
pointing
maps
to.
are flat. And here's the
All
thing.
pictures of you are
Hold
flat,
on,
so
hold
you're
on,
This
flat.
is a
hold
flat
on,
Earth
hold on.
map.
You're going by
This
a
is a flat
false
map.
premise.
Flatzoid. All
Did you
pictures
make
of
this?
you are flat.
Did you make
are
any
you,
maps?
Are you flat?
Zebra. Hey, Zebra. Did you make any maps? Let me
Flatzoid.
see the map that you
Pictures
created.
of you are flat. Does it mean that you are flat?
Where is the map you created, Zebra? You keep wanting us to provide a map that we created. There's nobody here
No,
that's a
no, no,
cartographer.
No,
So
no,
you're
no.
going by trust
No.
me, bro.
That's
That's
not
what
the
you're
question.
doing.
That's not the question. Initially, the question was, what is the shape and size of the Earth? Nobody knows.
You don't know.
And neither do you.
So what's
You
your
don't
point?
Measurable.
Nobody of you knows.
You
Any-
know
neither
that.
do
Neither
you.
do you.
Oh, dude, it's measurable.
Can you
Of
address
course I
that
do.
point? Neither do you, Zebra. Have you sailed all around
okay.
this place and checked these maps?
I don't need to.
Then
Oh,
you
we don't need to
know,
either.
dear, you've just been told.
I don't need to do that.
So
So
you
you
just
don't
go
know the
By the
Trust
way,
shape.
hey
me,
Derek,
bro.
good to see you, mate.
You don't
just
know
go
the
by
shape. You don't
trust
know
me,
the
bro.
size.
Seriously,
That's
stupid,
okay.
this guy.
Told you it's
That's
measurable and immovable.
Okay, no, but that's fine for my first question. Second question is,
Easy enough.
where does the sun goes at night?
Away from you.
Away.
Away from you.
Somewhere
Another
else.
part of the earth.
What the?
Away.
That's away.
I don't know. Maybe have you
That's
ever
not
looked?
possible.
Have you ever stood and watched the
Why is
sun?
That's not
Have you ever watched the
That's
sun
not
move
possible.
away from you in the daytime? You know, when it becomes night, it's like too far from you. Have you realized that? It's weird, eh?
Why is that not possible, Zebra?
For geometry.
Go ahead. What
Just
geometry?
geometry.
Go ahead.
Just-
Explain.
Okay.
Geometry is a word. We were looking for an explanation. So if your
Yes,
explanation involves geometry,
Yes.
please
Listen.
show
listen.
something other than two-dimensional Euclidean geometry
Listen.
from a third-person perspective.
Okay. When you stop talking, I can explain.
Okay.
Okay. If I'm interrupted, I
Go
stop
ahead,
explaining.
Zebra.
Don't
Wait.
put fucking conditions on
So-
You know
me.
what?
First,
Oh my
we start.
days.
We begin with the idea that the Earth is flat, more or less. We neglect the topography. So far, so good.
Okay.
Flatzoid, so far, so good.
Why?
Look, you don't
Reality,
need
it is
each one of us
topography.
to acknowledge it. Just get your spiel out, get it done,
Okay.
then we can laugh at you.
Above that flat surface, the sun is hovering at a constant altitude above it in
Who
circles.
says?
Exactly.
So far, so good.
Who says?
Just let him.
Okay.
Just let him.
Okay.
Don't
So-
keep stopping and saying, "Do you agree?" Just say it all and get it done.
No, I'm using the same system as Flatzoid.
No, that's not my system.
So, yes, it
Don't
is.
put words in my
So-
mouth. I didn't agree with anything you just said. So don't talk
This
nonsense.
isn't your
Ah,
show.
you don't agree with anything.
What you just
You
said,
don't.
you said there's no topography, which is total bullshit. You told me the sun
No,
goes
no. We say
at different.
we
You
say
say it's
we
the same
ignore-
altitude, which
No,
I
no,
never
What's
said.
going on
either.
here is Zebra's here to gaslight us and talk shite.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
Zebra's
yeah.
an old time
So
troll.
just
I
get it all
restart.
out, get it said, right? Don't keep
I
stopping
restart.
and asking if we all agree. Just
Yes.
say it and then we'll answer you.
So I restart and clarify
He's an
for
old school troll.
Flatzoid. We
you don't
consider
knock
that the
about-
Earth is. We consider that the Earth is flat, and we don't take into account topography.
What? No, we need
So
to take
far,
account
good.
topography.
Why do we not take into account
Okay.
topography?
Take
Why?
take topography into account if you want. Above
Okay.
that flat surface, which is not flat, bumpy, it has topography.
Level.
There is a sun hovering at a constant altitude.
Yeah, it's a Hoover.
above
Yeah,
it.
What's it hoovering?
Well, it's like
Is it
vacuuming.
hoovering the carpet?
Spring clean.
Look, we all know where he's going with this anyway. So
yeah,
just
yeah. That's
get
why
it
I'm just
out.
laughing. Okay, carry on,
So
Zebra.
it means that every spot on the flat surface
He's little.
can see the sun at any time.
No, that's
No.
false.
There's no reason.
Why would they be able to see it at any time?
it's-
How big is the
Because it's
sun?
always.
How high
because-
is it? Hold on. How big is the sun? How high is it? And
Make
how
a
far away is
calculation.
it going?
And how big is
Doesn't
this
matter.
plane we're on?
Put it at 1,000 miles away. Everybody can see it at any time.
Why would they be
Wait,
able
wait,
to
wait.
see
But
it?
Earth's
Are
bigger
you-
than
hold on.
1,000 miles.
Can you show us the
I didn't say
geometry
it
involved
was.
with that?
Yeah, it's just
Can you
triangle.
show us the geometry? And we not two-dimensional Euclidean geometry
Make
from
it-
a third-person perspective. Perspective geometry. Okay?
No, not just geometry.
Perspective geometry.
No, geometry.
Does your
from a third-person
okay? This is
perspective?
maybe Zebra can
Make
help
a
because
drawing,
McToon.
Flatzoid.
I've been waiting for McToon to show me this for what 3 years now. Can
Make
you
a
show
drawing.
me? Can you show me in orthographic view where perspective is taken into account?
Why don't you make a drawing, Zebra?
I'm asking the question today. You are not.
Well,
It's
wait,
not-
Zebra. This is my
Who-
show.
who
What
do
the
you
hell?
think
You
you're
don't want
talking
the
to, man?
demand. This is
That's
Q&A
the
for
game of the
everybody.
day.
It's not just you.
At the game of the day, you ask people to ask questions. I
No,
come
the
to
game
ask
of the day is
questions. I
Q&A.
don't come-
In other words, anybody can ask questions,
Yes.
but we can ask questions too.
Yes, you can ask questions.
So then
but I
don't
won't give you
demand on my
answers.
show what's going on.
Then we won't answer you. It's simple, isn't it?
I won't answer you. You are the one
You
asking
can't
for
answer because
questions.
you're too
Just
dumb
boot
to
him,
answer.
boot
Yeah,
him.
we get it.
I've got a
So-
question for you, Zebra. Why are you so
Okay.
sad that you have to make hundreds of soccer accounts?
I know.
Because you guys are blocking me.
Yeah, well, you deserve blocking, mate. Do you find it weird
Why?
that you make all these accounts to troll?
Why? That's interesting. Why do you want to block me?
Because
I've
you
never
come in
been
and
rude.
gaslight
I've
and
never
troll.
been insulting.
Because
I've never
you
been
gla-
insulting to
because
anybody.
you gaslight and
you
troll.
you get defeated and then you come with another sock and pretend you haven't been. It's dishonest, mate. That's why you get
Why-
blocked, because you're
Why
not
block
honest.
me if? Why
You've
block
been
me if
trolling
you
here
can
for
defeat
4
me every
years,
time?
man.
I've defeated you many times. I've got
Yes, and
screenshots
why do you
of
block
comments
me?
where I've defeated you, mate. You're clueless.
Why block
You're
me if you
absolutely
can
fake.
defeat
Okay,
and
well,
humiliate?
Yeah, you
Zebra,
just keep coming back like
do you
it's
think-
never
That's
happened.
dumb.
Do you think it's honest to create soccer accounts to hold your hand in white knight for you just because you've been demolished on arguments?
What? I don't understand the
You
question.
literally defend yourself with your own soccer accounts, right? And you're that stupid, right? You don't even hide that
I
it's
have
you.
to. I use
You
soccer
literally
accounts
write
because
the
you're
same-
blocking me.
You don't even.
That's all.
You don't even do a good job at hiding that you're using another soccer account, white knighting for yourself. You use the same word as you're that stupid.
You do.
No, but they
I've
do
never
not
done
business
that.
account.
You're trying to talk down to us, mate. I'm
No,
telling
no,
you.
I
You
use
found
one
your own
account
bias
at a
in
time.
You're an
yourself.
absolute moron.
I
You've been
use one
demolished
account at a time.
countless times, right? And
So-
you haven't got the humility to accept it. You just make another account and come back as though it's never happened.
So how far
That's
does
sad and
how far does
pathetic,
the
mate.
sun goes away to be invisible?
What's
How
the
far
sun?
does the sun needs to
What
go
is the
away
sun,
to be
Zebra?
Invisible.
invisible?
When did it go invisible?
Yeah, how to go invisible.
Hmm?
We
At
just don't
night,
see
you
it
can-
anymore. It doesn't go invisible. We just don't see it anymore.
That's the definition of invisible.
No,
No.
no. The sun
Invisible.
doesn't go invisible. It just gets out of our distance,
Okay.
so we don't see it
Let me
anymore.
ask a
That's not
question.
the
Let me ask a
Yeah,
question.
so you
Guys,
can't
it's
see the sun
nighttime.
at
Wait,
night.
wait. It's nighttime by me
visible.
right now. Okay, David, is it
Yes.
sun? Is the sun up in the sky by you, David?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so is it
Okay,
invisible?
explain it.
Is the sun invisible?
But you know what? It's lower
No.
in the sky than it would be normally. at this time, like
Okay.
in the summer.
So how do you explain that on a flat Earth?
Too far away from me, closer to David.
How
You
far?
literally said that when you first came in.
How far away from you?
I know, David. How far are you from me?
What's that now?
How far are you away from me? What, like easily?
You don't know that. You don't have a map, remember?
We do have many. I just had one on for
We
you,
have
the
maps.
Mercator map.
What part of we have
No.
the same maps that you're relegated to, Zebra?
No,
Did
the
you
maps you
create
have
a
are-
map? Just answer my
maps
question.
you
Do you
have-
have a map that you created?
No.
No, neither do any of us. So shut
I'm not
up.
asking
Talk
you-
up about maps.
I'm not asking you to create a map. I'm asking you to show me a map of the flat Earth.
I just did a Mercator map.
Every
I had it
map
on
you've ever
screen.
seen.
That's not the map of the flat Earth.
That
It's a
is.
projection of a globe.
Does
No.
that map work? Does the Mercator map work?
Work? What do you mean by work?
Does it work? Can we use the Mercator map to travel?
To travel, yes.
So it works.
But it's a projection of a globe.
No, it's a flat Earth map.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Can you see any curve in that map?
No.
I mean, look,
It's
I
a
can
flat
explain it
paper.
with this video. I can explain
But it's
it
a
with this
projection
video.
of a globe.
No, it's
Watch
not.
this.
It's a map.
Can
No.
you see that video?
Yeah,
Mercator
play it quickly.
guy
Play it
explain
quickly,
how he
David.
projected
Watch.
on a
Just
flat
watch,
Earth.
Zebra. Just watch, Zebra. And this is why you're using deceptive geometry instead of perspective geometry. Watch.
Deceptive geometry.
And then it hit me. What's wrong with this picture?
E-brain, woohoo!
Hello everybody, P-Brain here. I got inspired to do a video. I've been discussing on a couple of my videos about this notion that the sun would never make it to the horizon, and I had a couple people show me diagrams, and I hadn't come up with a really good illustration to completely debunk this idea until now. So that's why I got inspired to do this video. Yeah, first of all, let me just say I don't know how high the sun is, so I'll just go with the 3,000 miles that many flat earthers use, and that's what I'm going to use for this video. This guy sent me this picture, and he's got all the maths included, and it looks good, you know. At first I had a little tough time with it because there's a couple things true about it, right? It's showing the sun traversing over the ground, over the flat earth, and it's parallel to the ground. So it had that going for it. And it's showing that when the sun is further away from you, it angles down, just like perspective. Same as this guy, Daz the cameraman or something is his name. He has a video out and he shows this picture. And it's the same thing. It still shows a parallel sun to the ground. And instead of moving the sun, he's moving the observer. But it's the same diagram. If you flip it upside down, it looks like identical. Anyway, so it's the same notion. So I was a little bit perplexed. I was like, wait a second, you know, makes you start to doubt. But I mean, I know it's wrong, but I was like, wait a minute, it's got perspective. It's so I thought. And then it hit me. What's wrong with this picture? What's wrong with this picture is that they are attempting to calculate visual angles to the sun from a non-visual, non-perspective drawing. So the drawing is not taking the visual perspective of the observer into account, and that's what's wrong with this diagram. You see, you cannot calculate visual angles to convergent positions, which is where the sun is from the observer, by using non-convergent parallel lines, which is what they're doing in the diagram here. They have two parallel lines and they're drawing visual angles to it. It's true that this drawing is an accurate representation of actual relationships and positions of the observer to the sun, but it's a non-perspective side view representation. So this diagram is not accurate at all as it relates to the perspective of the observer. So if we add perspective lines, we get a completely different picture.
And that's exactly what
All right, take a look at this wall of lines. Now,
what was that, Keith?
I said that's exactly what I've been saying, and that's what I was trying to get through to McToon that time. And why it's still today, he still hasn't shown me how orthographic view takes perspective into account. Because it's two different views. Perspective is a total different reference frame.
What'd you say, Zebra?
Demonstrate that what the guy is saying is true.
Okay, here we go.
This wall is not an illustration. It's not a cartoon. It's a photo. It's reality. Okay? This that they put up here, although it has a lot of truth, in it, showing the parallel sun and all that, it's nothing but some geometry. I mean, they're showing us some angles, but it has nothing to do with perspective and how we would see the sun. So it's bunk. So in this next slide here, I'm going to superimpose these lines, the perspective lines, over on top of this. Okay, here we go. All right, and as you can see, the way they're representing the sun as staying parallel to the ground is not correct. The sun would follow these perspective lines, and what they really are is spatial planes, right?
He explains it so well, actually.
They're invisible spatial planes that are around your z-axis. Now your z-axis goes from your eyes, a straight line out from your eye in any direction. Okay, that's your z-axis. So anything parallel to that will start to converge toward that focal point or the horizon, right? In line with that z-axis. Everything does. Any lines going away from you are going to all converge.
Yet this diagram that they show us, saying that these are the visual angles to the sun, have no convergence. The lines are parallel.
So you look at these parallel lines and look how they converge. They completely go against this geometric drawing or these angles and these formulas. They don't work, friends. So anytime someone brings this up, bring them to this video, show them this picture, and this is the reality. The photograph is a reality. That's how we see everything. So this representing the sun is going away from you parallel to the ground, and then calculating your angles to the sun based on that
is wrong, and it doesn't work.
Okay, and quickly notice with this line of converging parallel lines or planes, notice how the higher up they get, or the further away they get from the yellow line, which is your z-axis, notice how they orient themselves more and more vertically and less horizontally.
Also notice how all the lines converge at the same point, the vanishing point. It doesn't matter how high they all go to the same place, which, interestingly enough, means that no matter how high that object is going away from you, it visually goes to the same place.
Okay, here's the wall of lines again. Notice that these are true perspective lines. These are parallel lines, but from the observer, which is this little guy down here, this is what these parallel planes or parallel lines would look like. They just happen to be represented by these wooden planks, right? But that's actual perspective. What they represent as the sun up here traveling parallel to the ground is not perspective. Yet they are calculating angles based on a non-perspective drawing, right? Their maths are based on non-perspective lines, right? Two parallel lines. Well, you can't, because that's not the perspective of the observer. The observer sees these lines, the converging lines. So as you can see, this is the reality, the one here where the sun travels down. The green sun's here traveling down. That's our reality. Now, here's another interesting thing. The reason, too, that their sun will never reach the horizon in their calculations is, notice this. These spatial planes, as I call them, represent height or altitude, right? Look at their sun. It's crossing height lines, right? Because each one of these lines is parallel to the ground, even though they appear to be converging, and yet they represent different altitudes. So look at their sun. It's traveling higher and higher and higher and higher and higher in the sky. Well, of course it's not going to, this is why they think that the sun would be visible 24/7 on a flat Earth, and why the sun would never get to the horizon. They don't understand perspective. They don't get it or something. I don't know. But anyway, you can see the proper use, and this has everything to do with the observer standing down here. This is what he sees. The sun following the convergence lines and coming down, and these are both the exact same distance. And you can see the time stamps on them. So each sun is about 1,000-mile journey. It's traveling, and it goes below the horizon visually, and keeps going below the horizon from the observer. Like I said, this is a photograph. This is real. This is reality. They've just showed us nothing but a bunch of angles, showed a couple lines and drawing some angles. Oh, hey fellas, nice geometry, but it's not perspective. That is definitely not the perspective of the observer, and that's what counts. Debunk 100%.
Their maths don't work. Their calculations are wrong. The sun will in fact set on a flat Earth from the perspective of the observer.
That's Lucas.
All right. Thanks so much. Bye.
Guys. More like flat earthers don't understand perspective.
The dumbest thing.
Why do you talk shit?
I want to
How
ask
many
you a question though. How long has it been asked McToon for this exact same thing? Remember when we had the so-called debate and he brought up his trailer with trigonometry? I'm like, great, now show me where there's perspective in there. And instead of just bringing this, he keeps saying, I'm making the claim there's perspective. I never claimed perspective in orthographic view. I'm still waiting for him to show it. I have for 3 years, Zebra, and you know this.
So now
Why
you
do you
understand
ask?
what I was talking about, Zebra?
Why do you ask for perspective in the?
Because you guys are claiming
if you
perspective
say-
is in
if-
orthographic view. Don't you know your own rhetoric?
And you don't.
No, we don't say perspectives in orthographic. We say it's not.
Okay. Oh, all right. So what the video said was there is perspective.
No, he's saying there's not, Zebra.
He said there is.
Not.
You shouldn't do that.
No, he's
Not.
saying there's perspective in reality. On your
Yeah.
orthographic drawing that you were given, there's no perspective, Zebra. To deny perspective in them orthographic drawings, it ain't reality, mate.
So
That's
there is or
exactly
there
This
is
is why you come here with your
That's why
stupid. Everybody on earth will be able to see sun because you're denying perspective, mate. You're not
That's
in
why-
reality.
That's why Sergeant
I'm-
Rock's Polaris challenge failed.
So
Right
there
there.
is or there's not perspective in that drawing.
It's showing you perspective versus orthographic. What are you not getting about that?
So there's not perspective in orthographic.
Luca,
That's right. That's
Okay.
right. There is no perspective in orthographic.
But
You're right.
Flatzoid say the opposite.
No, Flatzoid,
No?
we're thinking you were on about in reality.
Did I misunderstand him then?
So you can see right
No,
now.
I think
that
you were
your
just
whole-
talking
your whole-
different
Yeah.
points.
The bottom
But-
line is that your
But
argument
just to
that
clarify-
the sun would never set is
But I've already
wrong.
clarified it for you, Zebra. The orthographic
man.
drawing with them two angles on does not contain perspective in it. The pictures they were using with them converging
Okay, it
lines, that's
doesn't.
reality.
Okay, it doesn't. All right. Okay. Then we.
can I speak
Even
for a
listen,
second?
mate. I don't know what's point, Keith, with someone like this. They just
Luca,
don't
why
listen.
do you
He
put
just
crap
digs his
in
head
my-
in sand. He'll go away and like he's never.
Lol.
So you can
Shut up,
actually
Luca.
see, you can see that your claim that you had about the sun never going to set on a flat Earth was wrong, because
No.
you're taking the orthographic third person perspective.
No.
No. That's
No,
exactly
I'm not
what you were going to do. Then show me
Yeah,
your
no.
perspective
No,
why
no,
it would
no.
never set. Then
No. I'm not taking anybody's point of view.
okay, then show me using perspective geometry why the sun would never set.
I told you because according to Euclid,
There
every
you
point
go,
on a
back
flat
to the
surface.
two-dimensional. You're going back to the 2D orthographic.
No.
Yes. What the hell else
Euclid-
do you think Euclid is?
Euclid deals with 3D.
Really? Does it?
Yes.
Show me.
It
Show
has-
me. Show me.
It has spheres. It has cubes. It has
Yeah.
all sorts of
Okay.
things. It does
Great.
3D.
Where does it have perspective?
I didn't say it had.
Well, that's your problem.
No, because I only
Yes,
need,
it is.
I only
because you
need
don't
geometry.
You don't see it from a third
You
person
calls gonna end,
orthographic
Yeah,
I
the
don't
call's
need
gonna
to.
end, guys.
So it's back to
I'm gonna get
I'm
a
gonna
new.
get off me. I'll not be coming back for the
Okay,
next
short
one.
blessings, man. I'm gonna bring the new link in now,
alright.
guys.
Bye, Michael.
See you later,
Cheers.
Vicky.
Oh man, guys, this is so funny. But you see, this is the problem these guys have. They don't understand. There is no perspective, and that's the issue. It's because they don't understand what perspective is. That's why. But guys, don't forget to hit the likes, share the show, guys. Really do appreciate you all for coming in. Appreciate you all. Okay, replacement message. There we go. Boom, boom. Admit all. Okay, I don't see Zebra at the moment.
Hey,
I just don't get how he doesn't understand it.
dogs in the hoose.
It's like how they not understand that you're not seeing it from over here looking at you at the other shit. It's like in a flat 2D. What the hell is he talking about, man? Well, he knows he was
He's an
debunked,
old
and he just
he's
won't
an
hold
old
on.
school troll. He's an old school troll, isn't he?
He's not very good at it.
Zebra. Yeah, that's good. This is the Discord messages between me and McToon. I think you can see the date on there.
The 11th of the 3rd.
2022, so it's 3 years ago. Remember, I gave this in this debate with him, and I'm like, okay, give me the height. I still, to this day, have not got the height, guys. And him using his perfect geometry, his trigonometry. Weird that, eh? Because you would think by now I would be able to get it. And even, I think Zebra has even attempted to answer this, and it hasn't got it. He got close, but he hasn't got it correct.
I headed him off at the pass. I already knew where he was going with that stupid shit about the sun would never set on a flat Earth. Okay, let's see this again. Here we go. We're gonna have to school somebody else about the perspective versus two-dimensional orthographic third-person perspective. Good Lord! Even in drafting, we had to learn how to draw isometric. You know, we'd put out whatever the detail was, and orthographic, and you'd have a top view, side view, and an end view, and all the dimensions there. But then you could draw an isometric view based on all three of those, and use that like at a 30-degree angle, so that you could get kind of a 3D representation of the finished product. But looking at it like orthographically, you don't really see anything that way. You see everything in 3D perspective. And they sit there going, well, look here on this geometry right here. And they think that it's cool because they got all these little angles and shit marked and everything, but you're not taking into account the perspective. And the perspective is exactly how we got the latitudes from Polaris. Was from the observer, not from somebody third-person perspective. That's fucking retarded.
I don't get why Luca always types something in private chat. Like, why don't you have the balls to say?
We
what
don't
you're gonna say?
understand perspective. It's like, come on, dude.
Yeah, visual shit's always been I've always been fascinated. Like I've seen those rugs. Have you seen those rugs that look like it's a pit in the middle of your room?
Yeah.
Those are cool.
I've seen some dogs.
Yes.
And they pick the cat up and put the cat in where they think the hole is.
Threw the cat down where the hole was, but it just landed on the rug. The cat
Brilliant.
freaked out too. The cat freaked out. It was like, oh shit.
Aye. And then they all walked over it.
Test this out first. Here, we'll use the cat. It's like, what is this stuff? I don't know. Let's get Mikey to try it. He'll eat anything.
No. Poor Mikey.
Oh my God. Sogs has all kinds of little avatars and shit going on there.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could put stuff like that in there. Where'd our little friend go? Where'd that guy go?
Hopefully to bed.
But yeah, that's why I headed him right off. I knew right where he was going with that. The sun will never set on a flat earth. Well, okay, here we go again. That's why I always have that video handy. I always have it handy.
Well, and it's because this argument is 3 years old. They're basically saying they haven't been listening for 3 years or however more.
Well, it's like that dude that I debated. He was like, tried his little feminine passive aggressive shit, So I explained something and he goes, oh, I don't know. What was that? I wasn't even listening.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a second. You're in a debate and you're not listening. And Cubby says, well, go ahead and repeat it. And I says, no, I'm not going to repeat it. He was listening. That's just his little passive aggressive bitchy way of getting, an insult in. That's all. Like, oh, you're so unimportant. I don't even listen to you. I know everything and I don't even have to hear your side of it. That's what they're basically trying to tell you.
Yep.
I was like, well, that's your fault that if you wasn't listening because I just destroyed you. So,
Well, and it's like you can't say like, "Oh, I'm just here to ask questions," and then say no to any answer over and over.
right.
Do you know what it is though, Derek? When they come in and they say, "Well, I'm not answering your questions, and this is my," like it's their stream, and you're like, "Hold on a minute, it's not your stream. You don't control it."
Or how about this? They'll beg you to debate them, and then they'll want to throw all kinds of conditions in on it.
Yeah.
You know, like that. That's what that dude did to me. He says, "Okay, well, you're not allowed to mention the globe at all, and you have to prove FE." And I said, "Okay, so I have to prove my observations and experience. Okay, I'll illustrate my observations and my experiences, and I will discuss the physics of water and gases." Okay, there we go. And then he wanted to start adding this shit about, well, what map? Where you have to produce a map. Okay, I'll grab whatever map you all use. I don't care. Because we all have to use the same maps. I'm not a cartographer. You're not a cartographer. I know for a fact that you've not verified anything as far as just going by what somebody says a flight is or some other shit like that from two obscure places. That definitely doesn't prove the shape of the Earth, so I don't really care about maps.
But I mean, think about it, David. When you use a map now, for instance, to go to another state, it's a sectional map. Everybody uses You don't use a map of the whole world when navigating. You literally use section upon section upon section. That's why everything has a scale.
Yep. Said, well, kids, the Virginia schools will be closed here for the summer, and we're going to go to Disney World. So let's map out where we're going to go. Somebody go get me a world map. Said nobody. Why would I do that? I'm going from Virginia to Florida. Do I need a world map for that? No. No.
It's insane.
Not a bit. I bet you're not using a world map in this conflict that's
but if you put
escalating
all
in
the
Venezuela
bits,
either.
the small bits together, then you get the whole map.
Sure. Try that out.
And then you know the
like
shape
a jigsaw puzzle. Like the
How
Mercator
is
map.
that going to... It's going to tell you that the Earth is a globe?
Yes.
Why would it tell you that when you still haven't reconciled any of the physical impossibilities incorporated in that belief? That right there, common sense should tell you something
the guy
wrong
who
here.
made the map explained how he projected it from a globe.
What guy? And when did he explain that to you?
Mercator, for example.
Mercator? Do you talk to Mercator?
No, he's dead.
No, you just trust his map, though, right?
No, I trust what.
How did you verify it?
He explained what he did, and other people have done it.
Okay. So how did you verify that map was absolutely 100% correct? And how do you
100%?
explain a 3-hour time difference?
It's never going to be
across Bering
100% correct.
Strait? How would that be possible?
It's never going to be 100% correct.
Well, then why not?
Because it's scaled.
Scaled to what?
To what? Anything you want. You have small maps, big maps, but they're
Okay,
smaller than
so-
the real thing.
How do you know that the world map that you use, whatever projection it is accurate? You just said none of them are accurate. So what's your point?
No, I didn't say 100% accurate.
It's cool in
Okay,
fun.
so
That
there's
is
no
amazing.
100% correct map, correct?
Not 100%, no.
Okay, then maps are not verification of anything, are they?
Belief
They are
system.
quite correct, but
There's
not
more pictures further
100%.
down as
There's
well.
There's always a margin of error somewhere.
Uh-huh. Why, though? Why would there be any error? Thought it was so accurate. I thought it was absolute
flat.
proof. Proof is absolute, my friend.
No.
Flat.
And
Proof
you still
doesn't
haven't
exist in
addressed the
science.
3-hour time zone difference across the Bering
don't
Strait.
care about your gibberish, really.
1100 kilometers.
Really,
And
no.
logical observation.
You don't care about the logic involved with your claim.
No, I don't care about what you say.
Of course you don't, because it destroys everything that you've brought up so far.
No, because you
Yes,
keep saying
it
that
does.
Newton books was
I
published
don't
after
keep
he
saying
was
that.
dead.
I said that before. I don't keep
Yes,
saying it.
you said
the
it
only
5
one that-
times.
listen,
I heard you
you're
say
the
it
only
5
one that
times.
You're the one that keeps
I
saying
heard you saying 5 times, and you were
you heard it
corrected. You
saying
keep
5 times.
saying
Okay,
it.
so what? So
you
what?
keep saying the
So
wrong
what?
thing.
How does that make your Earth a
Oh,
ball?
look at
It
that.
means.
How does that make your Earth a ball, Zebra?
It means that you are saying wrong things.
Can you
How
quickly
does that
read on
mean your Earth
Zebra?
is a
Can you do me a
ball?
favor? Can you quickly
Read
read
that.
what I
Maybe.
highlighted on screen? Just the highlighted part.
A highway without a curve. Yeah.
146.6
Okay.
kilometers without a curve. It's the longest,
Yeah, it doesn't-
flattest, and straightest road in
Yeah.
Australia. The Iron Highway.
Yeah. So
Where's
you
the-
How
never
much
turn
curve
the
should you
wheel.
have in 147 kilometers?
No, it means that you don't have to turn the wheel.
No,
Oh.
flattest.
It is
It literally
straight.
says flatted, flattest,
No, no.
Flattest too.
and
flattest.
straightest,
Yeah. It
Flattest.
doesn't say
Flattest.
Not just
horizontal.
left. Not
and
not just.
straightest.
It doesn't say horizontal.
It says.
Oh my days.
What do you
Does
think?
does that not look horizontal to you?
I have no idea.
You don't know what horizontal
And
is?
you see, people, this is what we
Right.
get with these globies. They deny reality.
But if
Absolutely.
you can decide that a picture
the
shows you
CGI?
a horizontal line,
Is the CGI
that's good.
Zebra?
I'm not good. I'm not good enough for that. I don't know.
So you trust the Mercator map, which is done with cartography based on the flat Earth, by the way, but you don't trust
No.
a picture which also has cartography, how they did the measurement for 147 kilometers of
No,
flat,
there's-
straight road.
There's no flat Earth cartography. If there was, you
All
would have a
cartography
map
is
of
flat
it.
Earth.
You would have a map of flat Earth then.
We just
Where is
did.
it?
I brought up the
Every
Mercator map
map
for
you've
you.
ever used is of a flat Earth, and they try
No.
to bend it around to make it be a globe. That's
Why?
why it's not accurate.
Why did they do that? It's more
Because
complicated.
they want you to believe in nonsense. That's why. Do you have a first-hand observation of a globe, Earth, Zebra?
No.
First-hand observation. What do you mean?
A first-hand observation. Like, for instance, I got this little bowl right here in my hand. I'm looking at it. I have a first-hand observation of it. Good Lord. Welcome to Romper Room. Jesus Christ, Bentley.
I saw the 24-hour sun.
I don't care. I didn't ask you about the
Or a
sun.
biscuit.
Do you
Wait, did you
have
get to-
a
Cannot be
first-hand
explained on a flat Earth.
observation
Which one,
of
a
a
biscuit?
globe?
It cannot be explained on a flat Earth.
Did you go to Antarctica?
That's what
Zebra?
you just said a minute ago about the sunset, and we proved you freaking wrong, dude.
No, you
So,
didn't.
do you or
You
do
didn't.
you not? Listen, Zebra,
didn't.
do you or
put,
do you
you
not
put
have
perspective in orthographic. That's silly.
No, we didn't.
That's what the
You
guy is
wrong.
doing.
That's
just
the
showed
point.
it. We just
Well,
showed it.
one guy
Zebra,
at a time. Ali, one guy at
do
a time.
you, listen to me, do you or
Oh,
do
I'm not
you
sure.
not have a first-hand observation of a
I
globe?
answered already.
Hold
I
on,
answered.
right? You just said one guy at a time. Dave starts talking, and then you're talking. Why don't you shut up and let the man speak? God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. Use your ears
Yes.
more and your mouth
I
less.
answered to you. I answered some already.
I didn't hear your answer. Was it a yes or a no?
I said yes. I saw the 24
You
hours.
saw. I didn't. Did I ask you about the sun?
No.
Did I ask
That's
you
my
anything
answer.
about the damn
Yeah.
sun?
No.
No, I didn't. I asked you once again.
I made
listen
an
to the question.
observation myself. That
Listen to the
observation
question.
cannot be
Yeah.
explained if the Earth is
Listen
flat.
to the question very carefully.
I did.
Do you or do you not have a first-hand observation of a globe Earth? I'm not
No.
asking you about the sun or anything in the sky. I am talking about
Yes.
a first-hand observation of a globe Earth.
Yes.
Where
I
did you
answered
get
already.
this first-hand observation of a globe Earth?
I
That
I
wasn't
saw the,
some assumption based on an observation. I'm talking about actually looking at and seeing a globe Earth.
But I also want to ask though, because I don't know, Zebra, something
I
seems
answered
off.
already
You
twice.
said you saw a 24-hour sun. Did you go to Antarctica?
Mhm. No.
So how did you see a 24-hour sun?
There's also at the North Pole.
Did you go to
Well,
the North
so what?
Pole?
There is on a flat Earth too.
Not up to the North Pole, but close to, yes.
So
Okay,
you
so there.
So can
Go
there
ahead.
be a 24-hour sun in the North Pole too on the flat Earth?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Can you explain it? Can you
It's
explain how it
circles.
happens?
The sun's circling.
It's
There
a
you go.
tighter circle. Tighter circle
Okay.
around north.
It does it all year?
No, it doesn't do it all year.
Ah,
The fuck
okay.
is
So
wrong
it
with
goes So it goes further away?
Yes.
Because the sun moves.
So it goes
But
faster.
question though, Zebra, when you
So
looked at the sun,
faster.
wait, Zebra, when
It
you
goes
looked at the
faster?
sun, did you see the sun move or did you see us move?
Us?
The Earth.
How do you know? You saw the Earth move.
No. No.
So you saw the sun
Was it an
move.
earthquake?
Yes, of course.
So you observed a flat earther.
No. I observed the sun.
Okay. Is the
Yeah, but you
sun
don't
the
see
Earth?
the Earth.
Is the
Sorry?
sun the Earth?
No.
No,
What?
it's not. Okay. So now let's keep this
So you explained
on
to
Earth.
you were explaining
Let's
to
keep
me
this
that
on Earth, Zebra. Let's keep this on Earth.
yeah. Of
All
course.
right,
You were
all right,
explaining
all right.
to me you have 24-hour sun on the around the North
Here we
Pole.
are with the sun again. I didn't ask you shit about the sun. I
No,
asked you
I'm
if you had
talking
a
to Flatzoid.
first-hand observation of the Earth.
Imagine
as
a
a
world where
globe.
I speak to somebody else than yourself. Okay, I'm talking to Flatzoid. So you say there's a 24-hour sun around the North Pole. So far, so good.
It's going
You
on
agree?
right now.
Not Keith.
And
Right
then
now it is. Right now it's happening.
right now, around the North Pole, right
Or
now.
no, I'm sorry. They're going in their darkness. They're going 24 hours of darkness right
Okay,
now.
so there is a time of the year they have 24-hour sun
Uh-huh.
up there,
And 24
the
hour
time of the
darkness.
year. Yes. So the sun moves away from there so
Yeah.
far that they can't see it anymore,
Right?
and it's circling still the North Pole, but it's circling it much faster now
Mm-hmm.
than
And
it is in
further
summer.
away. Yep.
Okay. What is making the sun move?
I don't know
And
what's making the sun move.
Ah, you don't know. And what
You
making
don't
it
either.
go faster?
Hold on. You don't either, Zebra.
Hey, look.
We weren't even talking about the sun. You brought up the
he
sun when I
changed
asked
it.
you about the earth. I asked you about the earth and you immediately looked up in the sky.
Yeah.
What does the
Why
sky
not?
have to do with the earth?
It's part of it.
No, it's not. It's the
No.
sky.
Okay. So you,
Wow.
but
The earth is this thing we're standing on, bro.
Mm-hmm. But you
Right?
don't know the shape, you don't know the size of it, and you have no map of it. Well,
What is
do
we
you,
have
what do you
maps.
know?
What
No,
I am
let's
looking
let's
at a
cut
map
the
right
chase.
now. I'm
Some.
looking at a map right now.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Okay. Let's cut the chase. Can you summarize what do you know about the Earth?
Yes, it's
Okay.
level.
What do you
and
know?
it's stationary.
Level, flat, horizontal. What does it mean?
Level is an orientation, flat is a condition. Walls can be flat. Level is an orientation. It's level, it
it's
has
relative to
topography,
something.
and it doesn't move.
Level is relative to something.
No, it's not. It's an orientation to the earth.
No.
No,
It's
Yes,
compared to.
it is. It's a line.
It's
a
relative
line.
to something.
It's a
So,
line,
to
not,
what?
not an arc, not concentric circles, not concentric arcs. It is a line of orientation.
Okay. So you say level and stationary?
Yes.
Okay. What else?
What do you mean? As far as what?
I don't know. I'm asking you. What else do you know
You're
about the
wanting
Earth?
me to prove my observation.
No.
Okay,
I'm asking
so-
you to know what do you know about the Earth in general?
Well, it's obviously a closed system because we have air pressure and liquid water, which would not be possible without the pressure that we have at sea level or at the lower altitudes. It hosts a wide variety of life and seems to be an almost, well, a perfect machine. And each thing on that earth is a component to that machine and contributes to what it is. We have the exchange of gases and nutrients between organisms. We have the exchange of gases between organisms. We have the process of what's called respiration, which is the condensation and evaporation of water. And it just seems to be a very perfect ecosystem where
Okay.
everything serves its
Which
purpose. I mean,
includes that perfection includes cancer and cholera and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
that was man brought that on us. That's called an
cholera is
epigenetic.
man-made.
That's called an epigenetic.
Cholera is man-made?
That's epigenetic. Do you understand that? Okay. Now
I'm
you
just
want to
asking-
go off in the weeds about cancer. You're supposed to be proving that the Earth is a globe, which is the positive claim against my
I'm not supposed to
observation
prove
and
anything here.
experience. What?
No, I'm not here to prove anything.
Well,
so
what
you,
are
you
you
were
here
saying
for, then?
asking questions.
Asking questions about what? Now cancer?
Anything.
You're not here to prove anything. That's the most
The
honest
theme
thing
of
you
the day
said
is
yet.
I can come and ask any questions.
Okay.
So you were saying about, what was it, cholera or cancer that was man-made? Which one was it?
Cancer is epigenetic, and the increase in cancers and the variety types are from the epigenetics of man-made elements introduced into our population. 100%. We've got a new one now. We've got a new one now since the vax. We've got a new one going around called turbo cancer. They'd never
Let's
seen
keep it simple.
before.
You consider that cancer is man-made? Yes or no? Just simple.
Yes, I think that most
Okay.
cancer is man-made.
Okay. Let's carry on about the Earth. What else do you know anything about its age? How old is
No.
it?
How would you know the age? Cut it in half and count the rings?
I'm just asking if you know.
No, I don't know its age. How would I? How would anybody know its age?
There are people who claim to know.
Well, I know there's people that claim that they're Napoleon too. So what?
Can I just
What about
address
Napoleon?
I said there are people that claim to be Napoleon. So what?
Okay.
Vicky, what do you want to say?
So I'm just wanting to know. I just
Zebra,
wondering
can
what
I
you
address
know.
them, please?
Same for Flatzoid. What
Is that
do
a
you
no?
know about the
Is that a
Earth?
no? Because you've got 2 ears, 1 mouth. You use the mouth and not the ears. 2, Roger, that twat.
Is he
Talking about my dog sexually again. You need mental help, mate. First my dead kid, and then my dog. Anything else? Anything else?
Hold on, where's he saying this up?
Oh, he's coming on another one of his crusty socks.
What, in
Go
chat?
get a life.
In chat.
Yeah,
Hey,
go get yourself a
All right,
life.
so no, he's talking about me shagging the dog. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, apparently PJ
It
shagged the dog.
hurts so much, Roger, that it hurts me so much.
Can we go back to the topic
Oh,
now?
shut up.
Yeah,
shut
that's
up.
what
just
I
wait,
like.
man.
If he ever says anything again, completely
So,
blank up, like
what
you
about
have
you,
something.
Flatzoid? What do you
Can you mute
what do you
this
consider to
thing?
know about the Earth in
Dude,
general?
I was freaking
Don't
talking.
give a shit. He's got no manners. He's rude. Say what you want.
Comments.
Say what you want, you crusty little troll. I know you were born in Manchester, England.
Babe,
I know you moved to
babe,
Canada as a
shut
kid, and I
up.
know Daddy walked out and left you.
Forget
Get a grip.
him.
I'm going now. Love you. Bye.
him. An idiot.
Jerry.
Well,
No, but that
what
Roger, that
about
is
you?
a sick, really a sick person.
What about you, Flatzoid? What do you consider knowing about the Earth?
That it's a stationary enclosed plane just as God made it to be.
So it's because you read something in the Bible you think the Earth is
No,
flat?
it's observed to be stationary, it's observed to be enclosed, it's observed to be flat.
Nobody believes so.
Well, that's because the teacher said. That's because you don't have the ability for critical thinking and logical thought and rely on what someone tells you and believe it based. You only believe it based on your assumption and your perception of the person that told it to you.
Sure.
Well,
Where do you get your information
let's take this
from
logically then. Okay?
So where do you get your information
Wait.
from?
Let's take this logically then.
Mm-hmm.
Zebra, do you observe the Earth moving?
Do I observe it moving? Somehow, yes. Mm-hmm.
Somehow.
When do you observe the Earth moving?
I observe it rotating, yes.
Where?
At night.
At night? So only at night, not in the day?
No, not much in the day, but at night it's obvious.
How is it obvious?
How is it obvious?
You can just look at the stars, they're all turning in sync.
But
Wow.
that's the
Hey,
sky.
a
We're
car
asking
just
about the
went by.
ground.
A
So
car
we
just
have
went
two
by my house,
options.
lads. A car
So
just
we have
went by
two
my house.
options.
but I think the car was standing still and my house went by.
But that's what I'm like asking. It's like I'm asking you, how do you observe the Earth moving, not the sky moving?
But you have two options. When you see the stars rotating around a single point, you have two options. One is all those stars are rotating. The other option is they're not moving, but I am rotating.
But what do you see?
That's the two
Wait,
options.
Zebra, but what do you see with your eyes?
I see the stars rotating around the point.
So you see, so you observe the sky moving. Okay, so not us moving. Great. Okay, now, do you breathe? Are you able to breathe right now?
Yeah.
So, based on natural law, all gas requires containment, correct?
Which law? No.
The
Which
second law of thermodynamics.
Find it and see if there's a container in there.
It literally says.
No, go ahead.
Okay, we'll get up for him. Because we've done this how many times, by the way, guys?
Okay. Read it.
Haven't you ever read it, Zebra?
Yeah.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Now, I noticed that when you said that, you observed the stars moving, and then you said around the globe. So you
No, around the point.
Oh, wait a second. You took an
Around the fixed
observation.
point.
Listen, you took an observation and then assumed a cause.
No.
You assumed a globe automatically.
No.
So you incorporated an observation with an assumption. Sure, you did.
No.
Let me ask you this, Zebra. I've asked a lot of people.
That's not what I said it did. I said there's two options. Either I accept that all the stars are moving, or that I'm rotating.
Why would you think you were rotating though above those going? You
Because
don't.
it's a more simple explanation than having few thousand things moving in sync.
So you mean to tell me that if nobody had ever told you that you lived on a globe, you would look up at the sky and see stars going around and say, "Hey, that means I'm on a ball."
Yeah, that's how people.
You would do that, even if nobody had ever told you you lived on a globe. You would look at the sky and go, "You know what?
That's the most
what
logical
I see in the
conclusion.
sky, I think I'm on a ball."
Okay, let's back to Flatzoid. So where's the container in there?
Literally says it there.
Where?
Thermodynamics says the state of entering the entire universe in an isolated system. Do you know what an isolated system is?
Yes, I know.
What's an isolated system?
A system that receives no energy and no matter.
Through it, what?
Hmm?
Through what?
Through nothing. Doesn't need to be anything.
Then how could it be isolated?
Would that mean there's a boundary?
No, not necessarily.
So isolated systems don't have a boundary?
Well, the only isolated system we know is the universe, and we don't know if there is a boundary around it.
Then how could it be isolated?
Well, that's the only isolated system we know.
Okay.
Well,
let's make it this way for him. Let's make it as simple. Do you trust NASA?
In general, but why?
Because it's the definition of the second law of entropy.
Second law of entropy.
Yes.
Second law of entropy doesn't exist. There's a second law of
literally has it on screen. Second law of entropy. The second
right
law is entropic law.
Second law / entropy. Yes.
The second law is
not
entropy.
Second law of
yes,
what
the
is
second
first
law of entropy. Because there's more than one law. There's more than one entropic law. There's more than one entropic. Zebra.
Yes. Okay. Fine. What is the first one?
The first law of thermodynamics states that no matter can be destroyed or created. It can only be transferred or transformed.
That's not
That's
the law
entropic.
of entropy.
That's entropic.
No.
Yes, it is. It's literally entropic.
You say the second law of entropy. So
first
what is the
law.
First
I just told you the first law.
You're talking about thermodynamics.
Zebra. Okay, what language do you actually talk? Because you obviously have some kind of impasse when it comes to English.
So is it the first law of
You asked me what the first law was, and I just stated to you off heart what the first law says.
Sorry?
You asked me what the first law is, and I stated off to you out of my head what the first law states. Then you tell me no.
Because you told me the first law of thermodynamics, not the first law of entropy.
It's an entropic law.
Jesus, criminally. Wow.
There's no entropy law. There's
The second law is
second law of
literally the
thermodynamics.
entropic law. First law is also an entropic law.
No, it's not called
Yes,
the
it
entropic
is.
law. No,
Don't
no,
think
no.
seek
Escape.
Carry on.
equilibrium.
Carry on. Carry on.
Entropy is
Carry
the
on.
great game that you can't
Carry on.
win, you can't lose, you can't even quit the game. It
So
is
carry on.
everything.
Where is the container in there?
I don't know, maybe 2 of them.
Where's the container?
Where are the containers?
Literally
What?
2 of them.
Holy crap. No
Are you
wonder
not
you guys are
seeing
so
what I'm
easy to
seeing?
blow. Man.
Doesn't say there's
You
a
guys are
container
really
there.
easy to you really?
Okay.
These are
You
the
see this
questions you're
reservoir? You see this reservoir here?
Good Lord.
That is a
Reservoir of what?
container.
Of what?
A
What
hot
is in
fluid.
A hot gas. You
Where does
see,
it say
you
it's
see,
gas?
you see this container, this blue one. That's another container of a cold gas.
Okay.
Do you understand? These are containers separating.
You tell me it's gas, okay? It doesn't say.
Do you understand how a combustion engine works?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Does a combustion engine require containment?
Yeah.
That's what the second law explains.
Ah, okay. The second
Work
law of
done.
thermodynamics explains combustion engine.
Yep.
Anyway,
Okay, because the combustion engine is an isolated system.
no, it's not.
No, there's no
but-
actually no
but-
such
Isolated system is a hypothetical. There's no actual such thing as a isolated system.
But wait a minute. The second law only applies to closed system.
Nope. It
No,
applies
but
to
that's what-
all
that's-
systems inside an isolated system. The universe is described as an isolated system because it has no boundary between at the end of it. It has no energy to release or in or out of
Okay,
that system.
so what is-
Inside
what
that
is the
isolated
other-
system, the universe, we have open and closed systems. Thermodynamics deals with all 3 systems. Sorry to burst your bubble, but you have absolutely no study on what we're talking about right now. And by the way, how can I
So
say
we
this is
have-
gas? Because it literally says it on screen.
Okay, but you didn't show it before.
Thermodynamics is a branch of physics which deals with the energy and work of a system. Thermodynamics deals only with large-scale response of a system which can observe and measure in experiments. The aerodynamics, the thermodynamics of gas, obviously plays an important role in the analysis of propulsion systems.
So in your worldview, you have a dome or something, a container around the
Yes.
Earth, correct?
In reality.
Okay.
It would
Okay.
have to
Okay.
be.
So that's why I asked
So
you
what
specifically.
does what does thermodynamics expect to happen in such a closed system?
Well, we live in a dynamic system, so it's never going to reach entropy. But like I'm saying, so we observe
Reach
like
entropy, what
in
does
your
it mean?
own. So in your own observation, we observe the sky
What does
moving.
it mean?
You agree that we require containment to breathe, so therefore we are in an enclosed system. Now we can move on to curve. Okay?
What does it mean? It did.
Now we can move on to curve.
Entropy?
Is your horizon physical?
What?
Is your horizon
what does it
physical
mean?
or optical?
What does it mean when you say the system doesn't reach entropy?
It
'Cause it's
doesn't reach
continuously
entropy. You
going.
let you answer your own question.
Sorry?
Wow.
You
What did you
answered your
say?
own question.
You say the system doesn't reach entropy. What does it mean?
Means that it
Because
never equalizes.
never reaches equilibrium.
Entropy is equilibrium?
Yep.
Really?
You sure?
Wow. Did you not
You
know
sure?
this? Out of all the years
You
we've been
sure?
talking about this. Yes.
You sure about that?
Yes, when it reaches
Okay,
entropy,
here,
it's
here, he's
equilibrium.
got a gotcha. He's got a gotcha. Lay it
Go
on
ahead.
us, Zebra.
What is entropy in your mind?
What do you mean, what's entropy?
What is entropy in your mind?
Increase or decrease of entropy?
What is entropy? I'm not asking you. if it
Increase or
increase
decrease of
decrease.
entropy. It goes 2 ways, man.
What is?
There's an
yes,
arrow of time
what
for a
is-
reason. Do you not even know what the arrow of time is in entropy?
What is entropy? If you say it can increase or decrease,
I already
what is
told
it?
you. I'm asking you which
What
one you
is
want
it?
to know.
What is it? It doesn't matter which way.
It's just based on the arrow of time. possible microstates.
Okay. Okay.
Let's, for instance, take a canister
You
of.
still have no
let's, for
idea.
instance, take a jar filled with money. Okay, a whole bunch of pennies. Now, let's say that jar has 100 pennies in it, and I throw it on the ground. There's a certain amount of, how can I say, functions that those pennies can fall in. You can agree. The ways they can fall. A limited amount. Correct?
I'm listening.
Now, what happens when you take that same jar, but you have 200 pennies now? Are there going to be more states that they can fall into? In other words, there's more ways that that same penny can fall in different... I'm trying to think of the right word, guys. Mismatches? I'm just going to say mismatches. Do you understand? I'm trying to explain it as dumbed down as I possibly can.
I understand the words coming, but I still don't know what is entropy according
Okay,
to...
well, let's perhaps if we break the word down, okay? It's Greek prefix n, okay? It has a Greek prefix of n meaning within. And the trope, which is the root here meaning trope, okay? Entrope, change. So entropy basically means change within. And within what? A closed system. The closed system we usually are thinking of, right? So now you know what entropy is, and it can be used in various contexts too. There's
okay, so now we have entropy as a change. Before we had entropy as an equilibrium. What is it?
Why does it change? It seeks equilibrium, as does everything.
No, I'm asking which one is it? Is it change or
It's random.
equilibrium?
It's just randomness. That's the word I was thinking of. Randomness. Do you know what randomness is?
And if I go to a greater state or lesser state of equilibrium, is that or is that not a change within the closed system? Ah, it is a change.
So entropy is what? A state? What is it?
It's just
An
dispersed.
energy, a
No, it's just
force?
randomness.
What?
Dispersed randomness. That's all it is.
Okay.
So in other words, entropy is just describing the measure of that randomness disorder
in the system.
In a system. So it's giving an energy amount unit for it.
Okay. Well, now we've talked about.
So in other words, let's say let's put it this way.
What is the link?
When you
between
take
this
an
and that
egg,
question?
let's say you take an egg and you crack it open on a pot, on a pan. Can you reverse the entropy and make that egg whole again?
Reverse the entropy.
No. You can't.
That's not a concept, reverse the entropy.
That's literally real life reality.
No. No, you don't reverse entropy.
Exactly.
Entropy is just a measure of
Exactly, you can't reverse entropy. Welcome to reality.
Entropy is just a measure of something.
Okay.
So anyway, it doesn't change the fact that a specific volume of gas or gases requires physical containment. That's axiomatic, and until somebody can prove or demonstrate otherwise, it will remain so.
So it's an axiom. It's not demonstrated, right?
It is demonstrated.
It is
I gave you a
constantly
combustion engine.
demonstrated. Tires
So
on your
which
car.
one is it? Is it axiomatic or demonstrated?
It's both.
I cannot be both.
Yes,
If
it
it's
can
an
be
axiom,
both.
it's
Of
not
course,
demonstrated.
axioms can be demonstrated.
No, axiom are not demonstrated. by
Axiom is a
definition.
logical.
They aren't.
What is axioms, Zebra?
Go ahead.
No, I'm asking you. What is an axiom?
It's a premise.
So a premise can be observed in reality.
Observe. I ask if it was demonstrated.
Sure.
Yes.
I got tires on my vehicle. Why do I have to have tires on the vehicle to put air in? Why does the air required to be inside of a tire?
It doesn't require a container to have pressure.
It does.
No.
It does. All specific volumes of gases require physical containment.
Why so?
Because otherwise there won't be a specific volume of gases.
I just want
You
to
can
say
do
thank
the nature.
thank
Do you
you.
understand how gases work? Do you understand
You
the
can just draw a
concept of
cubic
free
meter in
elastic?
the air.
But
That's
I
it.
just want to
Volume.
say thank you, LJ, for your $2. He says we still can't go see rockets land on Earth, person. Thank you very much, LJ, for your super chat. Really appreciate it, man. You rock.
So you were about what is it? Atmospheric pressure, I think, right?
Yeah. What is atmospheric pressure, Zebra?
It's the weight of the air.
Oh, wait.
Weight.
Weight of air?
Since
How
when
much
does
does
air
air
weight?
weigh?
I don't know by heart. You
How,
can look it up.
what would air
Look it up.
weigh? How would you
Look it up.
weigh
It has a
air?
weight.
How would you
Look it
weigh
up.
air?
Look it up. It has a weight.
It does. Well, somebody says it has a weight. That's cool. How do you weigh air?
Well, you put it in you put a bottle of air, and you
Okay,
weight
well,
it,
you got
and
a
you empty
container.
it, and then the difference is the weight of the air.
Oh, wait a second. It's not going to register any weight if the pressure inside of the container is the same as the pressure outside of the container.
You empty it.
It won't show any weight.
I said you empty it.
It's never going to. How you empty it?
You pump the air.
Have you ever had a flat tire before, Zebra?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. What?
No tire, no air, no drive.
Even in your example, Zebra,
in the tire.
Zebra, even in your example of what you think you can weigh air, okay, even in that, you had to put that air in what? A container, didn't you? Why can't you just take a chunk of air? Here, I got an idea. Take a balloon, fill it up with air, put it in a vacuum chamber, reduce the pressure, right? And then pop the balloon and see if the air stays down there on the bottom of the vacuum chamber. Do you think that'll happen?
Over time, yes.
No, it will never happen, ever. Otherwise, you'd have Jesus Christ. Yeah, right. Well, then prove that. Show how much time. How much fucking time? How much time would it take?
You said it won't happen. Then prove it.
It won't. I don't have to prove a negative. There again.
Okay.
When has anybody ever witnessed? When has anybody ever witnessed that?
Well, Zebra, can you buy a bucket of butane?
A bucket? Probably, but you have to be careful.
You don't realize that has to be under pressure in order to be in a liquid form. The only way to do that
back to my question, because it's supposed
well, I'm trying to figure out how much air
weighs.
How much air weighs in what medium?
When does air stop
Look
moving?
it up.
When does air stop
You're the one that
moving?
said it. I don't think air has weight. I don't know whether there would be any practical way to get an accurate measurement of air.
You see, that's the thing. Air has no measurable weight. It only has a calculable weight based on it in a container. So in other words, you can take a container and weigh it on a scale, and you can add air into it and then weigh it again and calculate its net weight. It doesn't have a measurable weight. It's a net weight based on calculation. Because
the same with water.
Air doesn't actually have a weight.
The same with water then.
Water's,
well, yes. If I take a gallon of water, it weighs 8.5 pounds, right? But if I put that gallon of water in the water, it now weighs nothing, doesn't it?
Because medium.
You're making the same mistake again.
Equilibrium with the medium. How about that?
Relative density is a thing. That's weird.
No. What is when you say you calculate the ratio between the two density or something? What density are you taking into account?
It's just the density ratios.
It's a ratio between the object and the medium. There's never an instance where something
is not subject.
Zebra, you got to know this. There is never an instance where an object is not subject to a fluid medium. Never.
So, the two ratio, what are they?
Well, it would depend.
It's a ratio. You have two numbers.
Either equal. Okay, it's either equal. Okay,
I understand that.
Or it's unequal.
What are the numbers?
Do you shut the hell up long enough to listen to anything?
What are the numbers?
This is why you don't know anything. Okay, so it's the ratio between the object and the medium. And what will happen is either the object will displace the medium or the medium will displace the object.
So what are the numbers you're comparing?
What numbers? 5 and 2. How about that?
Okay, so you don't know the numbers you're
5
comparing.
and 2. Yeah, 5 and 2.
Okay,
There you
you
go.
have no idea.
Is 5
That's
more
all
than
right.
2?
Your
Is
turn.
5
What are
more
the
than
two
2?
numbers?
Is 5 more than 2?
Okay, Flatzoid, your turn. What are the two
5
numbers?
is
He
more
just
than 2.
answered
So
you.
5 will go down, right?
Hmm? Sorry?
5 will go down. He just answered you.
It's just balancing. It's just
Oh, you
balancing.
take a
If I
ball?
put 2 and right to
You take
2,
a-
there
you
it
take
is.
a ball?
It equals out, right? But if I put 5 to 2, then what happens? I've got an extra
What is
3.
5?
There it is.
What is 5? Where does it come from?
What is 5? That's the, I'm using that as a density ratio to the medium. I can use any kind of a quantification that I want.
Let's for instance take
it one by one.
Let's
The
for
density
instance,
of
dude,
what?
it's just based on displacement. So let's for instance take
Like displacement now.
that's what it is.
Well, it's
Literally
always
based-
been.
it's always been displacement. Let's for instance
Why do you
take
think
Anthony's experiment. That egg in
Oh,
in
no.
fresh water sinks, correct?
Yeah.
Now
When
what
it's
happens
fresh.
when we make that water a saline water, salt water? It floats.
I don't know. You tell me.
It floats.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Why?
You don't know.
The density
You
ratio.
do know.
Ah, the density ratio of what?
The fluid to the object.
So, okay, we're talking about the density. That's mass and volume.
Okay.
Okay, so which mass, which volume?
Okay, so you increase the density of the medium, which the fluid, which in this case was the water. We did this by adding salt to it. All right. This means that it's now a
So what
denser.
volume?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, one drop or
No.
Well, let's put it this way, Zebra. Have
One
you ever
drop is
wondered why
fine,
obese
or
people
3
when they
liters?
train,
What
they
is it?
train in a pool?
Sorry again.
Have you ever wondered why when someone's heavily obese and they start training them to get, lose weight, they train them in a pool? In a swimming
Yeah,
pool.
maybe. Okay.
Because they weigh less in the swimming pool. Why do they weigh
No,
less
they-
in the swimming pool?
They actually weigh the same.
No, they
No,
don't.
you don't.
No, you are
No,
mixing
you
up.
don't weigh the same
you're
in a
mixing
swimming
up-
pool. Sorry,
no,
Zebra,
you're
this is
mixing-
proven.
No, you are mixing up the physical weight, which is mass.
There is
times
no.
V,
Okay, have you
and
ever tried
are
to weigh
mixing
yourself
up-
in a pool?
You are mixing up this with the apparent weight, which is the physical weight minus the buoyant force.
Have you ever
It's
tried to
two
weigh
different
yourself in a pool, Zebra?
It's two different things. You're comparing
Have
the
you ever
normal
tried to weigh
physical weight?
yourself in a pool, Zebra?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I
don't do that.
I guess that. Would you weigh a actual different weight in a swimming pool?
I don't know.
Yes,
Yes,
you would.
you would.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
fine,
an
but that's
actual
normal.
weight difference, Zebra.
It's
Why
very
I said
normal.
that's
Because
why I
the
said
apparent-
there's never an instance where something is not
because
subject
the
to a
apparent
fluid
weight
medium.
would be different.
It's always in a fluid medium.
I don't
The
know
fluid
what
medium is
apparent
going
weight
to
is.
be the determining factor as to the weight. Because
Flatzoid-
weight is nothing more than a quantification of the relative density of an object within a given medium.
Okay.
That's it.
Flatzoid, would you look up what the apparent weight is?
Apparent weight is just what you see, observe. Doesn't mean that it's not physically changing. Because your physical weight changes in a pool. Why?
Because there's buoyant force.
Yeah, because the net forces are different. Correct, Zebra?
The net force.
Buoyancy is not a force either. Buoyancy is
Effect of a
buoyancy
force.
is the
Buoyancy is
result
not a
of a
force.
force.
Mhm.
Buoyancy is the result of a force. That force being displacement.
Okay, buoyant force is not a force. Do you
No,
agree,
it's not.
Flatzoid?
It's
Yes, I do agree.
displacement.
It's a result of a force.
Okay, it's not a force. All right.
It's the result
It's
of it. What is the
explaining a
force
force.
that's causing it?
The
It's
buoyant
back
force is
to the-
explaining a force.
Back to RDD. You take two numbers, two densities, and you make a ratio between the two densities.
Right.
Okay. So what is the first density you measure? One.
guess
There's
the
two of
object,
them.
okay.
One. What is the first one?
We'll say it, the object. What are you looking for a number?
3.
No,
Say
how do
3.
you do? So
Say
you
3.
measure the density of the object.
Let's say
Okay.
3.
No, but you measure the density of the
Yeah,
object. You know,
3.
its mass
There we
and its
go.
volume.
We've
Okay.
given it a unit measure
What
of
do
3.
you,
There
okay,
we go.
then you compare it to another density.
Mm.
The density of what?
The
A
fluid.
medium or an object?
So that's mass.
Is it a
divided
medium or
by
an
some volume.
object, Zebra?
That's mass divided by volume.
Is it a medium or an object, Zebra?
I don't know. There's two.
You are.
densities.
If you can give us a coherent argument, we can actually get somewhere. But you don't even know yourself what you want.
There are two densities you're measuring.
Right, the medium and the object.
Voila. So we sorted out one is the object,
Right.
the other one is the medium. So what volume and what mass do you take
Okay.
into
Are we going to
account?
say water is the one medium?
Okay. Air is a one medium.
Yes, air is a medium. Water is another
Okay.
medium. It's two
So it
different
has-
mediums.
so
Well
air
done. Now
has
what's the
mass?
object?
So air has
A
mass.
ping pong ball. Let's take a ping pong ball.
Okay.
Does the ping pong ball fall in the air?
Yeah. So
Was it
air has
denser
mass.
than the air, Zebra?
Does air has density?
Yes, air has density.
so
Is the
air
ping
has
pong
mass.
ball denser than air, Zebra?
So does air has mass?
You're not answering me. Is a ping pong ball denser than air, Zebra?
Yes.
Is a ping pong ball less dense than water?
Yes.
There we go. There's your separation.
Okay. So now you answer me. Does air has mass?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
It has
Sure.
density, so it has to have mass.
Okay. So you can measure the density of the air, and air
No,
has
you can
mass.
calculate
So-
it.
So does gravity apply to air?
No.
Because
Gravity doesn't
why not?
exist.
Ah, it doesn't exist. All right. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Have you ever manipulated gravity before?
Why should I?
Because you're claiming it's real. I'm trying to show you it's nothing but fairy tale.
Have you ever manipulated a magnetic field?
Stop false equivocating. I'm asking you about gravity now. Have you
Yeah.
ever manipulated gravity?
I say no.
So
Have
how
you
do you know
ever
it's gravity
manipulated
then?
magnetic
Then
field?
how do you know
Have
it's
you ever-
gravity then if you've never manipulated gravity before?
That's the name we give to the acceleration.
My car
So
accelerates.
you assume a cause. You assume a cause for the observed effect.
Mm-hmm.
No, we give
Yeah.
a name to it. We give a name to it. We
So,
observe an
so
acceleration.
something going a certain speed is gravity.
No,
Okay, then what is gravity?
we don't know.
Yeah, I
Nobody
know.
knows.
Ain't that funny? Can I change the observed effect if I increase or decrease the medium density?
What? Once again?
Can I change the observed effect by increasing or decreasing the density of the medium in relation to the dependent variable, which is the
It
object?
depends on the mass, not the density.
It doesn't have anything to do with that. It's the ratio between the object
No.
and
Gravity.
the medium. Yes, absolutely. Can I or can I not? You didn't answer my question. Can I or can I not change the observed effect by increasing or decreasing the density of the medium?
Which effect are you observing?
Going to 9.8 meters per second squared.
Ah, no, you can only change it by changing the
Oh.
mass.
Will I fall to the earth at
Mhm.
9.8 meters per second if I'm in a swimming pool 100 feet deep? Am I going to accelerate toward the earth at 9.8 meters per second squared?
You're still accelerating, yes,
No.
I am. Why am I floating above the earth then?
because the water is pushing you upwards.
Okay.
It's called
And
buoyancy.
why
opposite
is it
way.
doing that? And why is it doing that?
It's a force.
And why is it pushing me up? What force is pushing me up?
The buoyant force.
There's no buoyant force. The
There's no
buoyancy
there's
is
no
a
buoyant
result.
force. Yeah, okay.
Where does the buoyant force come from?
Gravity.
From gravity pushing me the other direction.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
right. It's
You never
not,
heard of
not because I'm less
okay.
than the
I
water
think I understand your
that I
problem.
displace the
I
water
think
that
I
I
understand your problem.
displace.
Let's check if I understand it right. You put a book on the table.
Yeah,
Are you familiar with the notion of book and table?
whatever. There's a book and a table. I
Okay.
understand what
What?
both.
Okay. What forces are acting on the book and the table?
Displacement.
It's not moving.
I know. It's still got a force on it.
Which one?
Displacement. The
It's not
pressure
moving.
of the medium. The pressure of the medium that it is displacing.
It's not moving.
It doesn't have to move. It can't move. You're preventing it from moving.
I'm not.
Yes,
checking.
if it's sitting on the table, it can't go any further, can it?
So, what is pushing on the book? What is pushing on the table? Why is it?
It's
what's
denser than
happening
the
there?
air around it.
No shit.
Yes. So,
Fill the room up with water, and the book will
are there
float.
forces? No. If I put a book on the table, are there forces at play there?
Yes,
Yes,
displacement.
net forces.
With displacement or net force? Which one?
Both.
Both.
Do you even know what displacement is?
Yes, I know what displacement.
What is displacement? So we know you know what it is. What is displacement?
Something moving.
Something moving. Why is it moving?
Could be any reason.
Could be any reason. All right. In the case of an object in the medium, why is there displacement?
There's not always displacement.
There is always displacement.
Let me ask you a question,
Yeah.
Dave. Dave, can
It's
I
not
occupy the
displacement.
same space as you? If you're sitting in that chair, can I also sit in exactly that same space as you?
You can try, but you will.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to end the stream. Yeah, it's ending in like 3 minutes anyway. But Zebra, thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for the laughs.
Yeah, let's give him credit for coming on.
But we give you credit for coming on. Yeah.
You don't know what's the shape it is. You don't know how
We do
old
know.
it is.
You just made that point. It's an enclosed stationary plane by observation. Well done.
I didn't agree on that.
Well, it doesn't matter if you agree. You just said no over and over. You're not really listening. That kind of goes to show why, Flats and Saab and others have to repeat their arguments over and over. You're not listening, Zebra.
I'm not listening. I summarized what you know about the Earth. You know nothing. It's flat and there's some kind of enclosement around it. That's it.
That's what we experiment with and observe, yeah.
That's all you know? Okay. You don't know
It's more
its
than what
shape,
you
its
know.
size, its age, how it was formed, nothing. Zero. But you're happy with that?
Yeah, we more than happy.
When I was a Glober, I definitely didn't know
Ignorance
anything.
is bliss. So, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
But thanks for coming on. Yeah. PJ, you gonna have a show just now?
No, I wanted to already. Tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon.
But it's good to see you guys
So,
again. Man.
by the way, will you unban me a bit, or should I keep creating soccer accounts?
Well, if you stop trolling, you don't need to get banned.
Yeah.
Define trolling.
Well, like
How
you've been
about
doing all...
you kiss my ass, man?
What you do what you do usually.
What you're doing right now, define trolling.
Right.
That. Just stop.
Yeah.
You know what, Zebra?
Stop being it's real simple. Stop being a twat. Okay?
Zebra, let's put it this way.
You
Create
almost
Zebra.
did it without any insult and
Well, what is your
vulgarity.
original account, Zebra?
that
What's
was
your
done.
original account? Then I'll unblock that one, okay? But all the other socks will
Sorry
be
again?
blocked. How's that? But as soon as
What did
you
you say?
troll again, it will get removed again. How's that? Understand?
What did you say?
Real simple. Just don't be an asshole.
I didn't hear
Can
you.
you do
Somebody's
that?
talking.
Can you just not be an asshole?
It's going to end in a
real
minute. Dave, you got a show coming later, I guess?
Oh, yeah, probably this evening I'll have one. If
Awesome.
Lord willing and internet working and
Nice,
everything.
nice. Yeah,
And
thanks
no,
for coming.
Sav and Keith, you guys both showed how we actually do know things about the Earth. And he's like, oh, no, you don't know anything. And that's just not true. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that's all he has, though.
I know.
When it comes down to it, what he really has is just beliefs. He has beliefs. That's all. And it is all
calls that
comes from,
knowledge, yeah.
but teacher said, and it's like, can't you think for yourself? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly. Well, cheers, guys. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Because it's going to end
Yep,
up
God
now.
bless. Take care.
Was awesome having you guys on. Much blessings. Glad to be back. I'll be back again tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, where's my face? I see my face is like gone. I'll probably have to close there and activate again. There we go. So yeah, thanks everybody for coming. Appreciate the panel and stuff. Zebra, so yeah, I will unblock your main account, but all the other accounts will be blocked. As if if you're gonna troll again on your main account, then unfortunately it has to get blocked. That's just how it is. But appreciate you guys. Appreciate you coming and trying at least, Zebra. And everybody in the YouTube lands, thank you for the super chats, and hit the likes if you haven't already. Press the share, and it's good to be back. So I am not going to be around much for a while. I will be streaming now, I think, every night until Tuesday, because Wednesday I'll be leaving to that side, so I won't be streaming for a while. I will, however, when I am, I will keep an update for when I will be streaming, but it'll probably be for like an hour like I did last year, where it will be at like 4 a.m. or something by my time for an hour. So much blessings, guys. Keep an eye out. I'm going to be doing some observations and got some plans and stuff. So it's going to be great. See you guys then. Au revoir. Till tomorrow. God bless.